Worried that I got a little sauce last night. Curves on your body got me lost flashlight. All because of my own point, yeah, right. Don't wanna be dishonest, pussy with the sunny. Slippery need a sign, girl, you trouble. I don't wanna jump the gun, cause that could lead to depression. I'll take it slow, tell me where you wanna go. And that's the end of discussion. We gon' have to do this all shit. Maybe this time I won't be so cautious, yeah. Give me something I get lost in. Wanna be my wanna start it in your DMs. And I don't know if you're deep in. Know you got me in my feels, yeah. Wanna be mine for the four seasons. At the four seasons, you and me. Be mine for the four seasons. At the four seasons, you and me. Yeah, this drink's a little heavy, and I cannot lie, got the best of me, It's like your vibes really testing me. Oh no, trying to survive, but I don't know. Damn, that pussy tight, whoa. Tripping on my polo. Haven't found you on money, no. Now I'm stuck.
Crazy things for sex.
We gon' have to do this all shit.
Guys were asking your baby dad, your baby mother to help. Like, you know, the Jada statement and the BDSM bad future. BDSM. And this is BDSM lesson. What do we call that, a lesson?
You and me. Be mine for the four seasons. At the four seasons, you and me. Racing on my mind, honey, MPHs. Oh, yeah. Shooting the cloud, and I need something to aim at. But you on your side and on your back. Mission every day. Oh, yeah. Somebody's factory cat. Run to me, oh, yeah.
Do me a favor, throw this in the trash behind me. And then do me a favor, take the trash and put it in that room.
Okay.
Sharon, this is for you, alright? Go to the squad chat.
Yeah, yo. I mean, you're fully done with your computer now, or?
I still use it. I fixed it. I just don't use it. We can record audio and video at the same time.
Facebook one, that's not the
Yeah, that's the Facebook one. So we're live on Facebook right now.
What time is it?
It's 5:28. I'm just going live, let the music rock. You know what I mean? I put on the screen music by day, like, you know what I mean?
It's just a show behind the bar.
Behind the bar, it was on the side of the bar.
Just put it behind the
Oh, sure, no problem.
I don't want anybody to not think there's a garbage can.
I got you. Perfect. The comments are showing up perfectly.
What time is it?
5:30. All right, yo, everybody. I'm about to send a link to the YouTube.
She was lying, but she make up the studio. When they climbing up, she climbing up on the ruler. That's why she fighting the fire. And already put it out on low. Gotta spread it high, fat it high. All on me.
Yo, bro, if I post any picture with my shirt off, I get mad comments from the day, bro. Mad fucking bitches in my DMs. We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Live. Hit the link in my bio, alright? Show starts at 6:15 though, so if you don't want to join yet, join at 6:15. We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Live. Hit the link in my bio, alright? Show starts at 6:15 though, so if you don't want to join yet, join at 6:15. We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Live. Click the link in my bio, alright? Get it poppin'. Show starts at 6:15 though, so if you don't want to join yet, join at 6:15. We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Live. Click the link in my bio, alright? Get it poppin'. Show starts at 6:15 though, so if you don't want to join yet, join at 6:15. We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Live. Click the link in my bio, alright? Yeah, oh, gotta block that for 6:15 though. So if you don't want to join yet, join at 6:15.
Look, turn that up.
We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Live. Click the link in my bio, alright? Yeah, show starts at 6:15 though. So if you don't want, my bad.
Look like last night, though.
Yeah, that'll work for now.
What on?
I'm locked with that guy.
You hold me down, sharing my daily account. It's a privilege to know it all. Washing my face to clear my thoughts. I'm not the one for the pillow talk. Oh my God, only one to make me vulnerable. Comfortable being so comfortable, forcing me out of my comfort zone.
What?
I'm recording, you recording.
You're stupid.
Look at the tongue, bro.
Nigga, get out of here.
It's red that you like, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I want you refills.
Alright, we are live on YouTube and Facebook right now. Hit the link right down below, or hit the link in my bio. Go to the YouTube. We're going live on YouTube and Facebook today, and IG, if that's what you like. But you can get the full screen if you go on YouTube, alright? And right now, listen to the smooth sounds of Day in the Life until 6:15, alright?
You know I got the dance moves. I got the dance moves. You know. Shoulder.
It's all shoulder.
All the shoulder. That's all the rhythm. I should have been born in the 80s.
That's all you need.
Use the shoulder rhythm. More shoulder.
You're not putting the table today?
Huh?
You're not putting the table today?
In the middle?
Yeah.
No.
Y'all drinking today?
Yes.
It's a party. My glasses. Guys, I got new glasses. I don't know if you noticed.
Didn't notice.
They're very clear.
They're nice though.
Coffee is excitement. Anybody out there in TV land watching this, you guys gotta get your drinks out. See, it's Sunday, and you know, Jesus, he loves wine.
You should have Facebook link?
Huh?
You should have Facebook link?
Yeah. I did.
Let me turn it down there.
I don't know what you guys normally drink on Sunday, maybe just water or Gatorade, but get some wine. Comment, let us know what you drink. Maybe I'll try it. I'm kind of nervous though. There's not many things I like to drink. Hola. Let's see what's going on in social media land. Let's see.
What's crazy is that like there's a guy already. There's already a dude coming in here sending like he joined the live just to send out a bunch of bullshit messages. I did, but this shit is crazy. You can repost that. Or you can repost that on your YouTube for YouTube. But like I said, send the Facebook link. You send the Facebook link.
I did.
Okay, yes.
It's on Facebook.
Okay.
It shows us live right now.
Perfect.
Everybody can see me.
That's what's
I
important.
don't say anything wrong.
I hope you don't either.
I'm always paranoid I'm going to say my social security number.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like, what's the worst thing you could possibly say on live anything? I just feel like I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm like a deer caught in the headlights. I'm like,
Don't be that.
Nah, I think I'm okay. This wine, you know, it's helping. It's helping my life. I had a stressful week. I'm tired. I want to be retired. I have a lot going on.
You want to be retired?
My inner
Oh,
struggle.
retired.
Retired. You see that?
Got it.
Play on words. You almost missed that.
And I did. I think you want to be retired?
Retired. What?
What does that mean? And you should go on your Facebook.
You told that teacher to bring something that she likes to drink? Does she like to drink?
No, I didn't. She's a wine drinker though. So
She's a wine drinker? So, I mean, hopefully she does the red wine. But, yeah, I guess always bring it. If they don't drink, then the default, what we like. So who's gonna be on Instagram and who's gonna be on?
I mean, just put the iPad on Instagram. We're not live on Instagram yet. We're live on Facebook and YouTube though. Right now, we're already live.
It's okay, I'm keeping them entertained with the shoulder movements.
Yeah.
See, this is the real dancing they want to see. This is why they're all on the show, just to see this movement right here in the shoulder.
Wait, how?
Straight from the 80s. Watch out, guys. You hear the music in the back? It's going.
Are you really exposing
Brother.
your shoulder right now?
Yeah, this is how
Brother.
we're keeping the people on.
Brother.
You guys see the shoulder?
I'm looking on the screen. I turn around like, is she really?
I hear her keep saying it.
This is the 80s shoulder. This is the vibes right now.
The
They're gonna tune in just to see the shoulder. This is a very popular shoulder.
the Winona Ryder shoulder.
Look, it got a little birthmark right here, the beauty mark. You guys can see. This is attractive in some countries.
Where's the birthmark?
It's a little dot. It's like a mole or something. I'm not really sure. I gotta get it checked out. But it could be attractive. In some countries, the unibrow is still attractive. And braces. Braces is really sexy in some countries.
You know what I found out is
You never seen a pretty unibrow?
You know what I found out? I've never seen a pretty unibrow in my life.
The shorty all blackish.
How is she?
Oh yeah, I heard she.
No, she don't have because you know why
She cuts it. She
cuts
does
it.
cut
She
it.
knows that look
That
good.
shit is not cutting right now. I'm posting it.
Nah.
That shit is not.
Show me right now.
Do you guys like unibrows? Tell me in TV Land. Would it be okay if I just had like, maybe I'll just drill my eyebrows and
Yeah.
Do you naturally have a unibrow?
I mean, I don't have eyebrows anyway. This Asian lady stole it by accident with some weird wax situation. So either way, I gotta draw it a little bit, fill it in, so I can just keep going. If that's what you guys are into, tell me. If you guys think I would look more
By the way,
attractive,
I'm not sending out the IG. We're gonna go live on IG. Whoever just joins. When you go send it out to people, just send them the link to the YouTube, the one from the WhatsApp. All right.
Okay.
So whoever joins the IG, they just join it. You know what I mean? And if Shy wants to send it out and all that, that's on her. But alright, yo, let's take a step outside.
I want my pinky out so people will know I'm fancy. Why is my hair not doing what I wanted to?
Alright, yeah, perfect.
Guys, my hair is giving me Trump today. I tried to do Beyonce or Mariah Carey with the hair, but it's just not working for me. Even a little Dennis the Menace. I don't really know.
So it's Trumpy now?
Yeah, it's a little Trumpy, a little swoop over, comb over joint. I don't know what happened. But I'm gonna get new hair. And I think it's gonna be fine. So for now, just forgive me for the Trump look. The glasses, these are new. They're not name brand or anything, but I think they're pretty cool. My cousin prescribed. I'm about to say subscribe. Prescribed. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. It's too early for me. 5:42. I mean, I could talk for 40 minutes, guys, or an hour, about my closet. About anything. Really.
You enjoy your closet too.
What you gotta do is go on your Facebook page.
Yeah, just show me.
Yeah, I'm about that action. I could give a fuck about your status, yeah.
I don't know why it's so long.
Why you petty just for practice? Damn.
I did that already, that part.
Where?
It says I'm live.
And then you have your way. Oh, you did it already.
Yeah. I reposted
We can't tell each other no. We toxic. Can't leave each other alone.
Guys, I'm gonna send you a whole bunch of stuff, so look in your inboxes. It's not pictures of me. Maybe I gotta do that for them to open message.
Bring your phone. Bring your phone.
Guys, I'm taking over the podcast. Hi, I'm Rich, Air Max Rich. This is Keepinmind podcast. It hasn't started yet, so like I'm just gonna take over it. Why? Like, shouldn't it be my show? Like what? See, guys, the show doesn't really start until 6:15. So in the meantime, I can just do whatever I want. I mean, who's gonna stop me? Nobody's here. Why would they put this on live with me in the building? So I just sent this link out. I'm gonna make my own show. It's the pre-show. Now let's see. What can we talk about? As long as I don't say my social security number, I'm good. I don't know why this is still a fear of mine. Guys, comment. Come on, be my friend on here. I don't know how to run any of this stuff. Oh no, they're gonna come and catch me. So, I'm gonna stand up and pull up my pants because nobody wants to see that. Guys, I'm gonna talk about something. I don't know what to talk about because it's just like unexpected. First, I need more wine. What do you think? All right, let me sit back in my seat because I don't want to get caught. Let me not trip. This music is loud. How y'all supposed to hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? So guys, in the news lately, well, I don't really watch the news or really scroll on Instagram too much. I'm always tired. I just post stuff and then like go to sleep. But like, I want to do another segment of Oh Hell Nah Bro, where I see crazy stuff and talk about it. I don't know if you guys see what I see. Let me see if I can turn this on. I don't even know how to work nothing in this. I don't know how to work this, guys. I want to turn down the sound. Anybody knows how to work stuff? I feel like there's a way I could do this. Do I just like talk to it? Oh, look at that. I'm learning about technology. Okay, that's better. Nobody can hear me. Oh gosh. Anyway, now that I mooned the whole world, and still nobody's here. I don't know what's all this stuff. Put this up here. Guys, come into my show. I stole the show. Are you guys interested in seeing me steal the show? Let's see on Instagram and Facebook what's going on. Nothing. Okay, guys. So I was scrolling through my social media and then I saw something on like Destination Earth. I think it was a repost. Did you see this passenger was recording another passenger on a flight and she was literally washing her panties in a cup of water? Yo, usually things don't even bother me. Like I seen on the internet, I done seen it all. Lizzo's butt. I done seen everything. So when I saw that, I was like, this is crazy. Like, who does that? She literally had her whole cup and she was literally like rinsing it out. She lifted up the panties, then she pulled down her mask, sniffed it, and then dried it in the air of the airplane. I was like, wow, that's different. Like, that's really a oh hell nah moment. I was like, oh hell nah, bro, that's crazy. Like, then I started thinking, like, the drawers was, you know, they was not even that cute. They was pink, but they had like leopard spots, although it could have been mold. Who knows? It was just really disturbing. I'm like, maybe she had a connecting flight. They lost her luggage, and her man was like, on site is going down when I see you. So she was trying to get her underwear fresh, or maybe she was cheating, and then she just thought she was gonna get caught. Like, there gotta be a better place in the airplane to do that. Not even in the bathroom. I don't really know, guys. You gotta comment and tell me what y'all think. What was she thinking? Why would you do something like that? I don't know. I don't know if I could live that life. That was kind of crazy for me. It can't be me. Nuh-uh. Anyway, I don't got underwear like that. All my underwear are like, you know, grandma drawers. I still wear my maternity underwear sometimes. They're comfortable. Don't judge me. Y'all know women have like 4 different type of underwear. They got underwear that they wear when they on their friend. Then they got the comfortable drawers. Then they got, I guess, they also got the no drawers, which is just maybe they stretchies. They gotta wear the sexy stretchies with no drawers. I don't really know. I see women do that. And then they got the sexy underwear. And then they got the even sexier underwear that's not even practical. Like, how you wearing that tight thong all day, or like crotchless underwear? Like, that's not comfortable. So I don't know what kind of underwear you guys have in your arsenal, but I still got all maternity underwear. I'm trying to slowly upgrade. Maybe I'll get some normal underwear, but for now I'm rocking with that. They're a little big, but it's cool. So you guys, you can comment what you think that lady was thinking, and maybe what kind of underwear you wear. Maybe you wear boxers, briefs. Maybe you cross dress underneath your clothes. I don't know what's going on. Girls, you just let me know. I want to know. Do you guys still have the maternity drawers? Do y'all have sexy drawers? And what days do you wear those sexy drawers? Do you wear sexy drawers always under your clothes so you can feel sexy throughout the day? Or are you like, nah, I'm gonna pull these joints out just for this day. Maybe only on Fridays I wear this. I don't know. Maybe. I hear phones going off. Is it the police? They calling, they looking for me. Okay, I'm tired, guys. Today was a long day. I went out to brunch. I still feel a little crazy. And guys, guess what? I still did not do my taxes. I didn't finish them. Is it too late to do my taxes? That's probably why I'm really tired. I almost finished my taxes, and then my computer died. And then I was like, I need to find a charger. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just want the show to start so I could like have a good time, drink my wine, and then drive home and cry myself to sleep. Seems like a good night for me. Everybody just come and be my friend in here, because everybody left me. They just left me in here. They went to live their best life and I didn't go. This is fun. I'm gonna read these comments and drink this wine. We still got time. Okay. Anybody drinking anything too with me, or is it just me being sad in here by myself? I'm reading the comments. Guys, participate. Working. My wine is over. I think they're coming back, guys. Let's pretend like I was sitting here doing that. Hi, guys.
What's up? How you doing? Hello, I'm Steph. You know Steph, right, Sonny?
Maybe. Hi.
Steph,
Did I
Sonny,
meet you
Sonny,
before?
Steph. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. I wasn't sitting here doing nothing.
They still up? They still on here?
Yeah.
Hey people, we back.
Yay.
What's on the live?
It's on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah,
It's live on
live.
Facebook and
Hey,
YouTube.
YouTube.
And I just keep pulling up my pants every time I get up.
You can tell the people they can comment. You can read the comments right here.
I know I told them that I still wear maternity underwear.
You bring up that topic, Rich?
Which topic?
Don't I send you?
Huh?
Don't I send you?
I forgot which one you
So you
said.
said that's a
This
good
is my
one.
chocolate.
It is a good one. I remember it too.
You posted it
I
too.
think you sent it to me too.
It's going to start. We still got time. We got 20 minutes.
We got 20 minutes.
Nah, this
What y'all
is-
drink?
Yo, gang, Jabari said gang. Yeah, yeah, he commented on the YouTube. You can see the shit.
YouTube.
And you can see it. You can pull up the YouTube info.
B, what up?
Let's go to the link I said. Go to the link I said.
YouTube.
So you be another person on YouTube watching. And we'll have IG on the iPad.
What's everybody?
Huh?
This is exciting.
I called you hours ago. No, you texted me like 20 times already. When I called you, I was with Ashley. She said you a dub.
Why is it?
I told her leave and offered to pay a ticket too.
Why can't we do this shit? Why
Why though? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not good.
Okay, she's good. It was
Okay, I'm not done.
it was not the code stuff. It was her account has she has me attached to her account, so I had to give her a code and all that.
Alright, cool.
We lizard.
Oh yeah, I forgot we live.
Lizard. I need more wine to be lizard.
So we got the smooth sounds of my boy A Day in the Life.
A day, yo, shout out to you, Day, man. Partying with that dude, man. It gave me a whole nother appreciation for homeboy, man. Seriously.
Nah, last night was fun.
Last night was mad fun, bro. Not gonna even lie to you.
Huh?
Where were you?
We went to some spot in Brooklyn.
What was the name of it?
Komodo.
Komodo.
Oh, that's where y'all went?
Rooftop joint.
You don't need to pull up the comments. You can just close that.
I just turned my phone sideways so it
I know, I'm gonna see you close that. Close this. Press the X right there. The comments gonna show up right here. You don't have to. Turn the line up. Yeah. That we can see the comments if there are people commenting on YouTube.
Ooh, child. Things gonna get it.
She's here?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, that's good. Perfect time.
Perfect timing. She came 15 minutes.
Who's this?
15 minutes early is
What's
on
all
time.
this?
That's what's up.
She's on time. Our guest has arrived. You know what I mean? Our guest has arrived.
Hey.
So yo.
10 minutes, Eric.
That link in the YouTube. Who said it? 10 minutes?
Yeah, Eric said tell me.
Yo, that link in the link in the YouTube. Send it. No, not it.
Feeling butterflies, feeling you
Copy it.
of emotion.
And text it out to your friends.
Yeah.
And then after you text it out to your friends, you're gonna DM it to people. Go on your DM and send it to people. Unless it's the same people. Unless it's the same people. You can send it to your Instagram, but I'm sure you have more friends than you text, right?
Okay.
Like you can send it via text, like text your friends, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Picture I'm here with the bag. I wanna know why she be fly. Oh, we in on that. We in on that. Picture I'm here with the bag. I wanna know why she be fly.
Yo, Whitney, I'm about to send you the link to the YouTube. Text it to your friends.
Yeah. Thank
And wait,
you.
come on camera so they can see your shirt.
Hey,
Come on camera so they can see your shirt.
see
Come
the
on,
kid out
come on
here.
the camera. Come on the
You know
camera.
what I'm saying?
I was about to say,
Show them real quick. Hey, keep in mind, baby. Yeah, coming soon. Coming soon to an online store near you.
I'm looking down here. Why am I looking down here?
You looking over there?
Yeah, it's the lady. Yeah. Look, she came
It'd be
back.
nice if I could get a shirt. It'd be nice if I could get a shirt.
It'd be nice if you get a shirt.
Yeah, we gonna give you prices and all that. Don't worry
But
about
he
it.
gonna get a shirt.
Yo, I can get him with anything I say, bro.
I had to make sure. I was like, yo, I didn't want him to feel
Yo,
the way. I was like,
it's only like $50, King
I
stuff. It's
said
nothing
hi
crazy,
guys.
bro.
Which included you. I said hi, sir.
It's not $50, guys. It is not $50.
yo, if you're on the YouTube right now, please hit that share button. Copy the link. Text this out to your friends. We're really trying to grow to YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Please. You are also listening to the sweet sounds of A Day in the Life. You know what I mean? Baby making music out here. Straight baby making music.
Hello.
Everybody, this is Larry.
I'm stuck.
Oh my gosh, I would have missed you guys. You're not still there. Everyone's up. I'm Whitney. Whitney? Yeah. Nice to meet you. Are you guys not here? Whoever's on right now.
Oh, yeah.
your brother.
Yeah, I'm really I'll be
It's fire,
It's
right?
fire.
It's
With that-
black.
with
It's
that-
so fire.
with
With
that-
the
Yo, I was
fucking
like,
fire
yo, I
ass
was like,
jacket.
yo, when you came out here, stunting. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having
No
me.
problem, no problem. Right on.
The black is fire, right?
Of course.
Alan.
I like Sunny. That works. Oh, nice Sunny. Thanks for having me. Okay, cool.
They say it will be alright. Literally tonight. If you keep it coming up this time.
Like this.
Bring it back for more.
What's going on, Caleb Martin? What's going on?
You ready? We got some
I'm a little nervous. I don't know like what I'm gonna say.
What's up, man?
okay. All right. Listen, we get a little saucy, we talk. That's all we do.
Okay. Are you
Let
guys?
me know.
Are you live now?
We're live already.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh,
yes.
cool. Just like pre-show.
So, this is like, yeah, we're like this is the pre-show, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Wow, like.
But if I knew you,
I'm gonna change this up.
How cool. So it's like a little lag that you can see yourself.
Yeah. This one doesn't have a lag, but the chat has a lag. And then we're gonna go live on Instagram too. Matter of fact, I think you're gonna go on Instagram on that one.
Huh? Yeah, I am. I just wanted to see what it was.
You can leave it. I got you.
What? No, I'm good.
I got you.
Right. No.
Yo, they want to up on the table. Oh, yeah. Rich should know the deal, but he know the deal.
So you guys had your 100th episode last week?
No.
No, 100th episode now.
We're not even up in yet.
1 year?
Yeah,
Oh, it was 1 year.
1 year.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, 1 year. Season 2 is gonna begin next year. I mean, season 3.
At the end of April, right?
Oh no, we doing it.
No, season. What season are we in right now?
Every year we do a season. Yeah, every year we do a new season. So last year was season 1. Season 2 we have Miss Sunny Love. We have such a different structure, and we don't know what will happen for season 3. But I love it. It's a fun. How do you enjoy it? Have you watched it? Okay.
Well, I started my own podcast recently.
Oh, great.
So we're brand new. It's not set up like this. But no, I love watching you guys. I like how it's not planned and everyone just kind of like says what they're doing.
Okay.
I like how you call everyone critical thinkers. That's my favorite part. Look at these critical thinkers.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna ask you more questions when the show starts, but I'm already down for a conversation right now. So this is great. Do not be. Believe me.
I'm not scared of you guys.
More than likely, everyone's gonna love you.
My sister, she tunes in. I don't know. Might get a little crazy. My sister's kind of.
Raina Reed is in the building.
Hey,
What's up,
what's going on,
Cortisha's
Raina?
in the
What's going on,
building.
Cortisha? Hey,
Jabari's
okay.
in the building. You already
All
know.
right, okay,
all
okay.
our people showing love on YouTube. Thank you guys so much.
Critical thinkers on YouTube.
Make sure you let everybody know we are on YouTube now, guys. Full screen. We're watching it as we speak. Beautiful.
If you got all
picture
those technologies, throw it up on your TV screen, you know what I mean? And then that way you can use your phone. You feel me?
What up? Oh, can that? Oh,
Yeah, that's different. I can't do that with Instagram. I can't do that with Instagram.
but I can't. I wanna have it more up.
You don't need to do this. Close that. The comments will show up on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Stop playing with me.
Oh, we out here.
This is nice, bro.
This is beautiful, man.
Rich, where your shirt at?
He wore it last time.
time.
Yeah, he wore it last time. I figured he wasn't gonna wear it again.
Can I have some balls?
Oh yes.
Guys, I'm about to go live on Keepinmind page, so go on their Instagram page or their YouTube
Right now I'm on my voice podcast.
podcast here. We're talking about hot topics today. We're talking about the BDSM. You want to say hi to my Instagram?
What's up? How y'all doing? Keepinmind podcast.
And the shirt. And the merch. And I have my merch on today too.
Hey,
Alright.
let's go.
Listen,
Nah, not this one.
don't forget, please. Hit that. Send
That's
that.
last week.
I already did. I'm gonna send it out to more.
Yo, bro, I don't know. I'm trying to make a miracle happen. Trying to make a miracle happen. The more we wait, though, the more money it's gonna be.
What time we at? It's about 10 minutos.
10 minutes until showtime.
Huh?
What are you doing with the oh,
Yeah.
Those comments.
Hell yeah, bro.
For YouTube.
Hell yeah, bro.
By the way, if you're on Facebook, you can comment. We will see your comments on screen. It's a little delayed, but we'll see it. We will be able to respond. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you can write to each other. Literally. Like you can literally write to each other right from the screen. It'll show up on the feed on the bottom and you'll see it.
It's called Verbal. They got houses on there too. I'm gonna check on that.
Someone on the Keepinmind like Instagram page went to click the YouTube link from the Instagram page and it said this link was expired. So I wanted to tell you guys that.
Oh, from our Instagram page, because we gotta update that, right? Because that changes all the time.
I already changed it.
Oh.
Maybe it just
Oh, yeah, it does that. It does a lot of that weird stuff on Instagram though. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like as soon as you try to do it from Instagram, a lot of craziness
on the
happens. Like it
profile
won't
page,
do
is
it.
it in your bio?
Try and
On the
download this.
profile?
I know we should have.
Okay, that's what they said. They were like, oh, it says this is expired.
Expired,
And then I
right.
was like, well, you could just watch it from the live or, whatever.
Yeah, and if they go on YouTube and type in Keep in Mind podcast, it should pop up.
It's really these
My
fault
dad
because
dancing
They'll find it. I just wanted to
before,
say heads up.
No,
I never knew if he
Thank
was
you.
coming or not.
Don't worry, I'll bring them all in, guys.
It was kind of slowing up the process.
It's the shoulder. This is
Nah.
what everybody came here to
I don't know.
see. I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
know if it was coming or not, but
They came to see the show.
They came to
Oh,
see
I
Miss
got
Sunny
you.
Love do that show.
They're like, you gonna twerk in the club? Like, hold on, I got you. And it's just the shoulder going. I'm like, yeah, because I dance mostly in the car, so this is all the practice I've had.
All right, try it out now. Tell whoever it was. Yeah,
Tell whoever
it was
to try it out now.
Write
I
it
can
down.
check.
Or else.
Oh,
we'll need
for
like
yes.
we'll need like a suite.
Who's Caleb Martin?
Who's Caleb Martin? I'm great show.
Right.
I'm great commenter on social media. LOL. I am a great commenter on social media. LOL. Alright. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Yo, he's on Facebook commenting. That's what's
I'm
up.
just gonna put it in.
As you guys can see on the screen, if you're on YouTube, you can feed.
Bless.
Bless you. You can respond to the people on Facebook if you're on YouTube.
Shout out Caleb Martin.
That's my boy. Shout out to him.
Yeah, doing critical thinking, man. Welcome, Caleb.
You behave, sir.
Nah, don't behave. Don't have no behavior.
He will go to another level to bring it down when it starts. I know you, sir. He said, bet that be that. Oh gosh. So let me leave the show right now. I'll be back next week.
Northgate, what up?
What's going on?
My
Don't get in the building, alright?
Novel in the
My
building.
boy Novel in the building, Big Cloud Jones. Matter of fact, let's get to one of the Big Cloud Jones songs right now. Let's get one of the Big Cloud Jones songs right now.
You make music?
Yeah, that nigga nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
And I'm gonna do my moves. You know, I'm gonna dance to it because you know I got dancing skills.
Matter of
It
fact,
works, right?
He's single,
I
you
saw
rap.
them yesterday.
I have to go to
I dance like a Muppet,
Yeah, I gotta
guys,
go to
but a
YouTube.
cool Muppet. I think I've been watching cartoons.
Like one of the new Muppets.
Yeah, like a new Muppet. Like it's just really bad.
New
I'm
age Muppet.
practicing.
Alright, you
I
should
got the
be
bobblehead going on.
good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, man.
So this
It's
is
good?
This is Cloud Jones right here.
Incorrect password.
Change it. You gotta change all of that.
It's all
Alright,
good.
we gonna
I
vibe
just
out.
figured so I could like let them know, let my people know to come on.
Vibe out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the same thing happens to me.
I gave my heart.
Hi, I'm Alex.
What's left of
He called you, Caleb called you a thick Muppet.
Call me
A
what?
thick Muppet.
It's better than a vanilla Jolly Rancher. I'll take it.
Good luck, Trippy OG. We appreciate you, brother.
What's up, Trippy?
We appreciate that. So I'm about to go turn on the IG.
Are we gonna fuck
Right,
around?
I'm gonna keep them entertained by myself.
Oh, really? On your bumper. Oh, yeah? Good thing you know.
I've been broken up and hurt.
Like, it's this way.
Look, Jerry.
Your vocal was reversed.
I know, I'm not
Stay on.
I'm saying,
Alright, are you gonna charge him? I just don't want to have to pay.
I might gotta do the Yeah, I'm always drinking wine.
I can get a glass.
Oh my god, you guys are so great. Yeah, I know. I'm good.
You want a glass of wine?
Of wine? Yeah. Alright. Got some pennies, not much, so I'll drink a lot. I should got some bottle.
The Henny?
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, I don't drink Henny, so I want y'all to drink it. Just bring Henny whenever y'all have the chance.
What are you doing right now? You opening that?
Yeah, we'll tap it. And no. You good? What?
Come on, let's go.
What are you drinking?
My man's like, what we doing? Well, yo, Black took it personal. He's like, wait. What are y'all doing to me right now? Let's go, bro. Come on. What we here to do? We here to talk. We got that bad teacher in the building. We got Miss Sunny Love in the building. The whole crew of Keepinmind is back, baby. I was gone for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Y'all already know. Let's get it in.
I'm not drinking, but I'm just gonna hit it.
You gotta hit it. Gotta hit it one time. I don't see comments coming up on this, bro. Like you said.
They coming up.
Fake it. Yo, if you want to see it, open your take it off full screen and open your live chat. You'll see it. But you won't see the Facebook like that though.
Oh, that's nice.
Because Facebook can respond to each other. They can respond to Facebook. Like YouTube and Facebook can
Yeah, I like this better. It shows it better.
Right.
But it's just not.
I'm excited.
3 minutes, y'all, till showtime.
Come in, people. Come into the room. We get lit.
Join us for another installment, y'all, where we talk our talk. And we got plenty to talk about this week, y'all. Plenty.
Wait, we used to have a table here.
Yeah, Rich said no. I asked about it.
She wanted a table.
I didn't want to block people because you know what I mean. We are live on Instagram. We are live
No,
on
you're
Instagram.
not, bro. Why you lying, man? I hate when you keep lying like
We
this.
live, baby. We live? No, we're not.
Yo, we not.
We live, baby.
We live, baby.
We're live. All right.
Yeah.
Yo, that was the sweet sounds of Cloud Jones.
What's good? Shout out to you, Big Cloud.
Cloud Jones on YouTube. Broken. All right.
Something kind of completely unrelated, but Big Cloud Jones. You know, I tested a theory of Big Cloud Jones from a conversation we had a while back. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying, no, they're going to have to go back and watch the show if they want to know exactly what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Ruth Vocal. Ruth Vocal on Facebook. Whoever Ruth Vocal is, shout out to her.
Oh, okay. Vope, Voel P, Voel Pel.
Roses and sunflowers.
Yeah, listen, I'll take it all.
I'll take it.
I'll take
But
it all.
nah, shout out to you, Big Clout. I partied with this dude last night, man. He gave me some advice a long time ago when we had one of the early episodes. If y'all don't remember it, I'm gonna tell y'all the number at some point in time of the episode of the conversation we had. But tested a theory, and you know he was right. So I just wanted to say, yo, shout out to you, Big Clout. I know sometimes we butt heads a lot on a lot of the things that we think about and we talk about, but honestly, man, you a dope dude. Got some sound advice, and I mean, I put it to the test.
Yo,
it actually worked out.
Part of it. Ruth told me it's 2 syllables. Voel Pel.
Voel Pel. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Voel Pel. Hello.
That's
Hello.
That's pretty dope.
Thank you for joining in.
Thank you for joining in. Yes.
I just want to let everybody know that this is an adult-oriented podcast. Just make sure that you do not have the children listening in, 18 plus, please, because we do speak candidly here on the show. So just want to let y'all know that, you know,
yes,
we will be speaking our minds.
Yes, we will.
All right?
So,
respectfully.
I don't really have to count down the show anymore. Let's just start.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Black.
Sock Passe, it's your boy Jay.
Hi, loves. It's me, Miss Sunny Love.
And it's your boy, Air Max Rich. Today, this is
Keep in mind.
What was that, bro?
I was like, oh.
You know what it is?
My man said, today,
She threw me
yo,
off.
that bad teacher is throwing Rich off already. We're going to have a great show.
That's why I'm here.
Oh, the flame?
All right. So today we have a guest. What happened?
The flame. My man King Steph said we need the effect, bro.
All right.
We need the effect.
I think that's for Instagram. Instagram gets the flame effect. You know what I mean? If you're on Instagram, you can send this out to other people on Instagram, or you can hit the link in the bio and go to the YouTube, because we got Facebook and YouTube in here.
Yes, we
Both
do.
commenting at the same time.
And the lovely Miss Voel Pell over here
exactly.
telling us how to say her name. So shout out to you, Miss Voel Pell.
So today we have a guest, and we are talking something that we don't like, that we don't talk that often on this show. Actually, I don't think we really touched on this
at all. To be honest,
and we got a guru here.
Yes.
Matter of fact, let me not call her a guru. I'm gonna just call her what she is. We have that bad teacher. Woo! Please let them know who you are and what you do.
Clap it up for that bad teacher, y'all. She was on the comments a few weeks ago, and people were loving her. So go ahead.
Shout out to
Introduce
Kat.
yourself.
Shout out to Kathy in the building.
Hi everyone, I'm that bad teacher. Yeah, I pipe off in the comments a lot. I have a lot to say. You guys can find me on Instagram at thatbadteacher or thatbadteacher.com. You can even find me on onlyfans.com/thatbadteacher if you'd like to support me there. I'm a kink and BDSM educator, and I'm going to educate everybody today on the basics of kink and BDSM and power exchange dynamics.
Okay. You heard that?
Power exchange dynamics. You hear that, ladies?
Listen.
All right.
Listen, we don't get that often. I'm not gonna lie to you. Until this year, I never even heard the whole thing, power exchange dynamics. I just knew it BDSM. I always thought of sadomasochism.
Sadomasochism. Yeah, you had it.
You had it. Sadomasochismo. But no.
Tag your name in the chat. They said to tag your name.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Just right at and then.
I'll tag it first.
So.
Just like normal.
He's gonna do it.
So what happened this week, guys? What are we gonna? We usually
we're gonna
try to go over.
We're gonna get back to that.
Yes, we're definitely gonna get to that bad
Yeah,
teacher.
let's do your topics.
Yeah,
How was everybody's week? Let's start off with that.
Oh yes. So last week I wasn't here again. You guys might have not noticed your boy Jay over here, but I was, taking care of the family stuff. I was at a wedding with my wife. We had a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. We watched in. I was weighing in on the conversation, which was a great episode. But it's summertime. We outside. That's what my family's about. So we outside.
All right. So what about you?
But my week's been good.
I had a calm week. I didn't really do too much this week. I did go play basketball again.
Hey.
I'm back.
Why are you dabbing this man? You see how bad friends can be sometimes. Why are you dabbing this man?
I'm the one who took him. I'm the one who took him. I called him and said, "Hey, you trying to play the ball?"
Bruh, if anything happens to him, you know it's on you, right?
Whoa, yo,
Nothing's gonna happen.
Stop.
God forbid. If he comes in here with a limp, I'm looking at you, Rich. I'm just saying that right now.
Oh, Ruth asks, bad teacher single? Oh, okay.
Is that bad teacher single?
Okay,
That's the
okay,
question
okay.
that our critical thinkers and non-critical thinkers are asking right now.
I get that one a lot. Thank you for asking.
She's flattered.
She said she's flattered.
She's leaving it at that.
Very professional.
That's
Very
it.
professional. Very professional. I like it.
So, Miss Sunny Love, how was your weekend? What did you do? How your weekend? What did you do?
I was getting back to writing. I'm gonna start writing again. I do creative writing. Working on a children's book, but I'm not gonna bring that up right now. Just let y'all know it's in the works. I did get the opportunity to go with the girls on Sunday to a brunch, which we had.
They're so corny.
They're so corny.
Time, some people try to copy and.
Here we go. I told you. It's gonna come.
Like us, but I love the girls behind the scenes of Keepinmind podcast. They are terrific.
Yo, shout out to
they know how
for real.
to turn up.
I'm clapping it up, man.
I don't
Love
have
y'all.
any rhythm, but they showed me a little how to twerk. I didn't get up and do it, but I was doing it in my mind. I said, I'm going to practice this when I go home. But I do got the shoulders still, guys. This is all I got right now, but they're going to help me.
What is this shoulder thing?
I dance mostly in the car, and this is all I got.
I don't understand how that's part of the twerking. That's not part of the twerking world. I just want to tell you right now.
And I'm working on that.
Waist down is twerk.
I know. Don't worry. I'm gonna get it together.
Vagabond, how was your weekend?
Why am I?
Yeah, Boozin.
I just called him a vagabond.
Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Tell them about your week,
I'm a
Boozin.
vagabond and a bouze. That's nuts. I mean, I don't know what I did to deserve this. All right. Well, my week was pretty cool. Went to work.
Barely.
Wow.
Calling you out.
I got nothing to say to that. I got nothing to say. Yo, we actually have more people on YouTube right now than we have on anything else.
Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody on
That's it,
YouTube.
man. Tell them about your week, Boozin. Come on.
All right, well, pretty much my week was pretty simple. I don't know what he's talking about. I was at work. I did what I had to do at work. What's it called? Cause this guy works for me. That's why he's saying that. And then on the weekend, me and my boys, we went to a party last night. You know.
Yeah, we did some shit.
After the ladies, it was a movie though. It was a straight movie. It was a straight movie.
What's it called? Wait, what was the straight movie?
Last night.
Oh,
yeah.
What is wrong
Was
with
you
you?
there?
Yeah.
I was there.
You was there for that, right?
I'm sorry. I'm trying. You know what? I'm really focused on the logistics of the show right now. And
It's good, but you unfocus on it because we are hosting. We have that bad teacher.
I'm trying to make
We
sure
have
that
Miss Sunny
the show
Love.
don't flop. All right.
Come on.
So yeah, we had a great time, but I did want to bring up something for this week. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the weekend. How was your weekend?
I had a nice weekend. Thank you for asking.
No problem.
It was good.
I apologize.
This is the most exciting part of it. So I'm
Oh,
really
all
thank you for
right,
having me.
all right,
Family, I'm
all
happy
right.
to be here.
We're very happy to have you. So I don't know if you heard about this.
You can call me that bad teacher. That's fine.
That bad teacher. What's it called? It was after the whole Jada and Will debacle,
Fiasco, which is still going to continue going for the rest of the
People are
year.
gonna talk about that forever.
Yeah, forever.
I mean,
Forever.
he smacked Chris Rock. You know what I mean? That's not like
It's not
it's not like a little thing.
That was some bullshit.
So something we spoke about on last Monday was the fact that we felt as though we weren't blaming Jada, but we felt as though a lot of the back end of what happened had a lot to do with the humiliation that Jada's been putting him through. And the whole time Courtney kept on saying that woman doesn't love him, whatever.
Yeah, Courtney has.
And then at that point in time, she didn't make a statement yet. You know what I mean? She didn't make a statement yet, but she came out with a statement during the week where she basically said,
Well, that statement that we're talking about was from a Red Table Talk before, where she said she never really wanted to marry him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She was like, she got pregnant, and her mom was kind of like pushed that idea on her, like the marriage. And her thing was she was very big against marriage. She said at one point. I mean, she was like because of all the rules.
Okay.
The things that you can't do in marriage, she wasn't with that. She wanted to be
a free
butterfly.
Okay.
That's what you call it. She wanted to be a butterfly, and you know, and so basically that's what I'm saying. From there, you know, when a person cries at their wedding, bro, she doesn't
and not cry like not happy tears, not happy
she
tears.
doesn't love you. And if she doesn't love you, and she's crying because y'all getting married, you just could end it. Like, you know, you should just fuck it, man. You don't have to be well. Y'all could be friends still. You can even hit it sometimes if you want to every once in a while. But being in that relationship is not healthy for Will, and it's showing every single trip.
Bro, I was saying the same thing. I was saying to myself, you know, I honestly, for the longest, I've looked up to that relationship because they were willing to put their relationship in the open, which is a very strong thing for anybody to be able to do. You know, it's not an easy thing to be able to put. You know, us sitting up here and talking about our lives is not necessarily the easiest thing, especially if you got people who, like my brother, who's a police officer, who always says, "Yo, you got to be careful about what you say and what you put out there." But I always thought they were strong for being the couple who said, "Hey, listen, we make mistakes, we do this." You know, like from what I understand, they had an open relationship at one point, And so I always thought of that as the strongest thing. But after these events happened and the smack happened, and I'm realizing like what his wife is doing and has been doing, because they came out with a story about how Will was planning Jada's 40th birthday for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And when it happened, she cried and was like, look at this man trying to like show me his money. And I was like, whoa, like she really was never riding for this man as much as he rode for her. And I thought of that as the saddest thing, you know? Rich mentioned that us men, us as black men,
They told us
to turn it up.
to speak up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm loud. So if they're telling me to speak up, then it's low. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
you.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you so
fixing that.
much.
We're fixing that.
We're fixing
Thank
it
you.
right now.
But you know, Rich mentioned how us as black men have a problem being, you know, like emotional and vulnerable, and it's for that reason. Because look how we get dragged by the outside, and in this case, look at what's happening on the inside of their marriage. Like, not even his wife is riding for him, and I don't believe Jada's riding for Will. I love the man, and I did not like what he did, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, this goes to show what happens when the person you are in love with is not necessarily that kind of in love with you. You know, so it was crazy to me, man.
Real quick, just to let you know, whatever you're watching on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, please hit that share button. Send this out to 5 of your friends.
Yeah, they saying I hear Jerry, no problem.
All right, yeah.
I know I'm loud.
you?
I am loud.
Jerry's loud. All right, so like I said, please hit the share link. Send this out to 5 of your friends.
Please,
Let's get the conversation going.
On whatever platform.
On whatever
Whatever
platform you're
platform.
on, like, you know what I mean.
Back up.
Pull it back up.
That, man.
I'm sorry. So how would you have reacted as a woman if you were in a relationship with someone that you were married to? You're married to this person. They do something out of character for themselves, and the world is judging them, and they did it slightly in a way to defend you. And your response, and another woman's response was to say, "I don't need defending." And I think my man was out of line.
Did she say that?
She literally said, "I don't need defending."
I didn't hear that. I heard about the ban, that he was banned for 10 years, which is its own topic. But I didn't hear that she said. I didn't hear that she said that.
Yeah, no,
So she said I don't need defending.
She said she's not a woman that needs defending, and
Overreacted.
that he overreacted. Do you feel as though you would react like that if you were married to somebody for all these years, and that's in same situation? Do you feel?
No, I think she wanted to put the onus on him. I think that maybe she did feel like that, but for her to go and say that on a public forum, it just further humiliates him. But I think what she's trying to do to save face, because I think it's always about her, is that she's gonna play the crazy card. Like, you know, was crazy. That's why I went to August in the first place, because he was tripping out and he didn't know what he wanted. So now by him putting himself now in like a facility to get help or whatever, it saves her. It says, look, he just overreacted. He was losing it, and it's more so I think of covering her own end. That's how I look at it. But in general, I just want to touch on what Jerry said. I think that it's important to a lot of people in a relationship to have a person to be into you. Once you lose that, not that many people can be in a relationship where you feel like the person kind of likes you. You kind of want someone to like you. It kind of fuels you like, wow, I'm doing this for my man or my woman. So when that's gone, you not that you need someone to be into you for your self-esteem, but why would you not want to be with someone who's attracted to you or that cares about you and wants you on those different levels? That just makes your relationship better, like having your own personal fan. Like, so it should be mutual. So
100%.
To answer Rich's question, I think that Will knows he overreacted. I think we all know that, he overreacted in that situation.
Right.
So I think, I didn't realize she said that. I think she's kind of stating the obvious there. And then moreover, as far as their whole relationship goes, I remember early on Will saying that he knew that she was not really for traditional type of marriage, and Will was. And they, chose to make it work anyway for, all of this time. And I think that some people's definition of a successful relationship is being together forever and ever and ever and ever, no matter what. Whereas, I see it as you could have a successful relationship that ends, and then you can maintain that relationship, co-parent, and still, maintain the relationship that way. So, again, I'm not in their relationship. I'm not speaking for them, but maybe they've just been trying to compromise in a way that doesn't seem to be working out, and that's led to all of this these feelings that are underlying, and everything.
Yeah.
So
that's
it
a
was,
very,
Very insightful.
Yeah, that's
take.
definitely a different take. Definitely a different take. We got a crowd back here, so I do want to ask you, young ladies over there, how would you have reacted in the manner that Jada reacted? You can speak
First
up.
of all, do y'all agree? Because this is a black woman, so again, my whole thing is that I know my black women, and I do promote black women, basically, bigging our own up, and us as black men making sure that we ride for our black women, and that was the basis that a lot of people were going off of, and they were like, Will was just defending his wife, but at the end of the day, we're seeing now with her response and everything. How do you guys feel about a black woman saying this about a man who is on television at the highest point of his life, doing something to defend you?
Yeah, I would have never thrown my dude under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have never been like, oh, he overreacted. I'm going to tell you that in private, but in public, I'm riding for you. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, he needs help or whatever. No, I'm not doing that.
Never go against the family.
Never.
Ever. You know what I mean? Like, never go against the family.
I'm not doing
But
that.
can I say, I think Sharon's point is valid because she's positioning herself in a way where whatever she does in the future, she could say, but look at Will, he's nuts.
Yeah.
This is why I'm doing what I'm doing because I can't rely on him.
that's
But
what
I
she's
agree
doing,
with
that's
Whitney.
crazy.
She
Yes.
should have never said that publicly. You could take him in a room and be like, you messed up. But I think she's doing it strategically. I think she's positioning herself.
I think she's
For
been
G.I.
looking
Jane
for a
too.
way out.
Yes,
G.I.
exactly.
Jane too.
That's
She's
what
been
she's
looking.
doing.
She's been
She's
looking
like,
for a way out.
She's positioning herself.
Yo.
Honestly, he should have never
Ryan,
did that.
Ryan
That could've been
Coogler,
something
Ryan
that could've
Coogler, get on that movie and ask Jada to be a part
That's the
of it.
only
She
way
has
y'all
been
coming back out of this if you do G.I. Jane 2.
do the G.I. Jane too.
Willie, what's his name? Willie Will?
Yes, Willie Will.
Pac wouldn't have been allowed at the Oscars.
Oh, well, first read the comment for people on YouTube.
Sorry. A lot of people said if Pac and Jada were together, Pac would have beat Chris Rock's ass. Pac wouldn't have been at the Oscars. He wouldn't have. And if Pac was to get, if he was at the Oscars and he was to get up, the way security would have tackled his ass before he got a foot because of who he was, he wouldn't have made it there.
Yo,
wouldn't
talk
have
about
He
it.
wouldn't have made it to Chris Rock.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
This is why Will Smith was held at a higher standard where he known he shouldn't be doing no dumb shit.
And this is the problem that we have as a society. We put these people because of status on these levels where it's like any other person who did that would have been in cuffs at some point or would have been reprimanded right then and there. And because it was Will Smith, because of the situation, the man got to sit down and still accept his and it to me that was crazy. But I don't want to get crazy into the conversation again. But go ahead.
I
But
agree
go ahead.
with Courtney, but to be honest, Pac wouldn't even done that because his stuff would have been on point, and he wouldn't have to prove his manhood by slapping a comedian.
That too.
He wouldn't even. None of that would have even happened with Pac.
Would have had to transpire.
Will
First
Smith had
of
something
all,
to prove.
Pac, one of Pac's favorite actors was Jim Carrey. So he's actually into comedy. So I don't even know if he would even react to a
Right.
joke like that.
No.
Right.
He's into comedy. A lot of people don't even know that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
He's bold himself.
And Jim Carrey has vilified Will Smith for what he did.
Yeah,
So
Jim Carrey-
and rightfully
Jim
so.
Carrey's not. I mean, Jim Carrey's not with the shit.
Yeah,
at
he was
all.
not with the shit.
He's tight.
Because
He's tight.
that's his profession, and that's what I was. When we were arguing, I was saying we're going down a slippery slope with this world. Because I was like, if this is what we're doing, and I love my black women, but they were saying he was just defending his wife. I was like, so the man got slapped for doing his job because he was making a joke about something that we don't know if he knew about, personally
He said he
or
did.
whatever the
He
case
said he
may be. And I'm like, is that what we're doing now? Is this where we're going with this? Like that's crazy. But
Can I
again,
just say,
Thank
thank you. If you guys
Speak up.
if you guys watch Red Table, she's been trying to destroy him for quite a while.
Yes.
I was going to ask,
Yes.
bring that up. Go ahead.
Because she
That's
talked on an episode about how she spent 90 days crying morning to night because she was so unhappy with this man. She
Jesus.
hated being in the same house as him. She hated being in his presence. And they kept asking her, was he cheating? Was he doing anything physically abusive? She said no. It was something within herself that just couldn't do it anymore. So that's where the whole August thing started. She gave up on him emotionally, and she's slowly been painting him as the bad guy. Like, he made me cry for 90 days. He couldn't get nothing wrong. He was destroying me emotionally. I was losing my hair. I wasn't healthy enough. So
Wow.
Did anyone see Jada's tweet? It was a while ago on her Twitter, and it was her filming Will Smith in their house,
Yes.
and she was asking about
Yes.
a marriage therapist, and she was like, basically turned the camera on and was like, "Can you tell everyone how great this marriage therapist was?" And he was like, "I would really rather you not film me."
No, I heard that was
without
recent.
asking.
No, this was a
standing
while
in my
back.
house.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like, and then she didn't take it down or she didn't redo it. She
Mhm.
kind of had just posted it. So
being
like
strategic.
just from like a ask me before you film me kind of thing. Like
she's gonna make a lot of money in future films based off everything, and he's slowly losing money over his.
They already pulled funding for his biopic. Apple Plus and Netflix were in a bidding war with his biopic. Pulled out of that. They shelved a movie, the list of movies they had him in. He's already getting reprimanded. He's banned for 10 years.
At the Oscar. Nobody's gonna want to do a film with him because he will never get recognized. They will never get an Oscar for it.
Well, he could still receive the Oscar. He could get nominated and receive it, but he can't show up.
Yeah.
So he can. So he still could technically get an Oscar and receive it, but he can't show up to the Oscars.
Yeah, they're not giving it.
Well, no, I think he's banned from the Academy.
Yeah, he's banned.
Natalia
from the
Sko
Academy.
on.
They won't even nominate.
Hold up. Natalia Sko on YouTube says a relationship is always two stories and two perspectives. If one is checked out, there's only so much you can do to save it. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta walk away.
Well, they didn't want to be in the Oscars anyway, wasn't they? You know, they banned themselves. So now look what happens. That energy comes back. Now
Well, we're gonna keep it.
Well, we
can talk about this all day.
Yeah, because we could talk about this all day. And
So before we get into our next topic, I do want to get to this BDSM conversation.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We want to
Let's get to it.
We want to start class right now. You know, we want to start class.
Should I take out my hair or no? Are we gonna get a little wild? A little wild right now. We're gonna go warm. What's up?
There's a person in the YouTube who's sending.
It's a bot.
Yeah, I think it's a bot.
I could have sworn I hit this channel and then somehow they just make new channels. Yeah.
The bots, they love the bad teacher.
Anyway, that bad teacher, please inform us on what is BDSM and power exchange dynamics.
Yes.
What is it exactly?
So BDSM is an acronym that stands for bondage, discipline, dominance, sadism, submission, and masochism.
So it's multiple S's and D's.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And it's an umbrella term.
I thought it was just one word. What is it? Okay, one more time.
So it's an acronym. So it stands for bondage, discipline, dominance, sadism, submission, and masochism.
Wow. Okay.
I never knew that.
Okay.
So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So go
class
check
is
me
in
out.
session.
I love it.
So,
Go ahead.
So I work and teach a lot of people who are either new to kink or curious about it, or maybe they just got out of their first kink relationship and they're looking for another one. Like that's kind of my zone, because that's where a lot of the mystery and the danger lie in people not knowing and not being sure, not being informed. And there's a lot of, sometimes people can get taken advantage of in that way. So that's why I chose to stop teaching elementary school and start teaching about this, because I thought this was also very, very important. And I wanted to show that people could, be all things, and it's not just, some big scary thing or big scary person, or this idea that we tend to have of what BDSM is from the media. It's deeper than that. I think people don't know. So that's what it stands for.
Wow.
Okay.
I just thought it was Mr. Gray.
Right.
So okay, we're gonna learn
Christian.
Yeah. Wait, so what do you guys think? Like when you hear BDSM,
Listen, I thought
what comes to mind?
First thing that came to my mind, I thought you had to crawl on all fours and be someone's slave. That was the BDSM to me was always somebody had to like put their heel in your asshole or some crazy shit. And I was always like,
Did you not know that's what we're doing? That's the demonstration.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna check y'all next week.
Yeah, show it over for me.
Go ahead, Rich. I just wanted to always say that because I always hear those words and I thought it was like someone has to be like dominating you and just like making you like nothing. Basically,
that's degradation play. So what you're talking
degradation.
about is degradation play or like humiliation play or something like
Jesus,
along
well,
those
I
lines.
thought that's what it was. I thought it was.
There's nothing wrong with
I just thought it was just like full leather suits and whips. Like, that's the first thing that, for me personally, that's the first thing I always think of, like a dude, everybody leathered up from head to toe and whips and shit just get crazy. That's because you know
Whip it good.
If that's what you're into, that is out there for you.
And especially in our community, it's not like
Talk about it.
Right,
Talk about it.
Yeah,
Talk
tell
about
me.
it.
Yeah, because when I was contacting that bad teacher, I was like, yo, we want you to speak about the stigma in the black community. She's like, well, I'm white. So,
I don't know how I could do that part.
And I was like, well, all right. So I do want to expand on that. We're in a room full of black people right now. How many of you guys if you have engaged in BDSM, any type of bondage, discipline, submission,
sadism,
sadism,
You're all right.
sadism, and masochism.
Right. Very good.
All right, boom.
Degradation.
And
We forgot degradation.
Degradation.
We forgot degradation.
All right.
Dominance.
Dominance.
I would give you 100 for that.
All right. Hey,
So
let's
close.
go. Yeah,
We're paying attention.
And if you have you ever spoken about it with anybody?
Well, are you okay to say that you've done it
Right.
or been involved? Yeah. If you are and you want to talk about it, go ahead, please.
Go ahead, Erica.
Or just works.
So thank you for the lesson, right? I think that what we were talking about in Puerto Rico a little bit, to me it's about like trust and power.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to trust the person you're doing things with. You guys are thinking about all the kind of the stuff you see in movies, which is like far out, but it's not even about any of that. Like if I put a blindfold on you, you have to trust that whatever I'm going to do is going to bring you pleasure. That's what it's about. It's not about all this like stuff that y'all see in movies. It really isn't.
Right.
So I'm glad that she's here to talk about it because that's really the dynamic. It's about trust and power.
That's crazy.
Really the
Power,
dynamic.
communication.
Because if you put a blindfold on me, I'm just automatically thinking you're about to cut my dick.
But there's a trust issue. That's the point.
I'm gonna lift that shit and you're gonna have a knife in your hand like I know what you did last summer.
That's the point. That's the point.
So if I put a blindfold on a girl before, I participated in beauty.
You participated
Yes,
in,
you
like,
did.
in, like sensory, yep.
And she had to trust you.
Oh,
She had to
if
trust
so if I
you.
use if I put ice in my mouth and do things, is that sensory?
No.
Is it not? Yes, it is.
I don't think that is.
That's sensory.
It's not BDSM, but it is sensory.
Yeah, but did you
Innocent.
like handcuff her? Did you blindfold her? Did you do?
I mean, you have to hold them because the ice is cold.
So like she mentioned, it's all about the trust and communication part, and it's all consensual and negotiated ahead of time. So you already know what's on the docket, like on the menu, what can happen. So you would
There's
say
a
like
menu.
you would talk about it and say everything that you would be interested in or that you're good with someone you know, you trust, you vetted, you trust very implicitly. And then you would give the power exchange part is allowing that person to make the choices. Okay, we're like of what's going to happen and when.
Okay.
Syllabus, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, so since we're like, would you engage in? Would you allow a woman to tie you up?
I do the tying. I'm not gonna be comfortable being fully tied up and be like vulnerable like that. I don't think I could take that vulnerability myself.
And that's
okay.
So it's really good to know your boundaries and where you're at, and it's good to know what you don't like as much as it is to know what you do like. Also, it's important to note that our gender roles or identities don't dictate what role we're playing. So like, if you identify with gender or you don't, it doesn't mean that means you're a top or that means you're a bottom or women are all submissive or men are all dominant. And so it all could change.
Got it.
And you would start really, really slow if you were to do any kind of rope bondage. You would start really, really slow. You'd take a class, and
My safe word would be pineapples. Thank you, Kevin Hart.
Is that what it would be?
It would definitely be pineapples.
Would
Definitely.
you have a lady tie you up, my friend?
No. Personally, I think I've been tied up one time. Honestly, I'll be honest.
Be honest.
No,
Talk about it. Talk about it, Rich. Talk about it.
Like, tied up means something.
I mean, what hostage situation? What we doing?
All right.
What we did a hostage situation?
I was cuffed before, and honestly, it wasn't like the most. It was weird. Like,
Did you trust the person?
she was my girlfriend at the time. Like,
trust
yeah. I was with her for a very long time, and
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
trust her.
Yeah, I trust her.
I was with her for a very long time.
I trust her as far as she wouldn't do anything to
Well,
harm
did you
me.
discuss what was gonna happen? What made you the most nervous about it?
Not being in control. That like it wasn't like I was worried that
Rich
she was
has
gonna
to
do.
be in control. We all know this.
We all know this,
But that's
guys.
okay.
Everyone knows this.
That's okay.
You know, Rich is a tourist. He has to always be in control.
Rocker Chick said, "Why don't men trust their women enough to let them do the tying?" And to get into it, it was really it was like I said, it was a control. For me, I.
It was a control thing. You
Yeah,
just wanted
yeah,
to
that's
control.
all it was.
It's like an OCD almost. Like you
Yeah,
just don't like it.
it's so weird. It's like you're not taking the reins in the bedroom. Like, and don't get me wrong, I like when a girl is a little more aggressive, but I still have my ability to do what I do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something that turns me off the most is when I'm messing with, if I'm sleeping with a girl, and they're like, oh, stay in this position right here. And then they like, and it's like, don't move.
Right.
And I don't like the restraint.
Like you're a machine.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
and you got to keep this stroke for
Yes, yeah.
oh my God.
Well, girl's like, oh, right here.
Yeah, right here. Just stay right there.
Why'd you move? It's like,
what the
what?
fuck?
There's validity to that.
There's
validity to that?
We'll go back to that. We'll go back to that.
Before we talk about that, because we will, I want to just answer this question too. So, before you trust anyone to do any kind of tying, so it's not like you're like, oh, hey, I want to tie you up tonight. Let's go to Home Depot. I'll get some rope. Like, let's just wing it. Like, that's not how you trust someone to do tying. You would hope that they took a class and they practiced hands-on.
Okay.
And it's, you know, because you want to be very safe. These are all very dangerous, risky activities. You could mess up your nerves. People have lost oxygen. Lots of really not good things have happened to people by
That's the thing, by the way. Is that BDSM when men want to hang themselves and jerk off?
Asphyxiation.
That's why the education part is really important. And I just wanted to say,
dudes be doing that
you were
shit.
saying when women are like, oh, stay right there, and then it's like, why did you move? Like, well, because we're telling you, like we're telling.
She said that's the spot.
Because that's the place I want you to be right now.
Women talk about that. We're like, oh my God, they always do that. I'll say like right there, and they decide to change it up. It's like, no, not now.
You know, honestly, I'm not.
One more minute.
See, Rich?
Listen.
See, Rich? It's okay sometimes to have somebody tell you exactly right there.
No. Tell me exactly right there is different from like.
I see what you're saying.
Like
she was
But if she's not in the moment.
It was like this was a while back. Like the girl was literally like don't lean forward, just stay in this position right here, and like she was like playing with herself at the same time, and it was like right there, don't move. But it wasn't like because she was at the tip. It was like this is how I want it.
The whole time.
It was like, what the fuck is this? This is.
You feel like a human dildo. You're just a human dildo.
You know those machines that do the things?
Yeah.
I felt like that.
You just wanna,
That's what you was, clearly.
Clearly.
See,
I was a fuck stick.
When I thought about this, I always just thought it was like people getting electrocuted in their balls or something. Because my sister, she has like this secret group. I don't know if y'all heard about my sister. And she's like,
we heard about your
I'm
sister.
like, what do you guys even do in there? Like, and I made a joke, and she goes, oh, that's child's play. That's nothing to what we do in the group. I'm like, so what is going on in there?
Well, if y'all don't know about her sister,
this guy loves
loves Miss Sunny Love's sister.
Miss Sunny Love's sister has a boyfriend and a husband.
Yes, and we are we can't wait to have them on the show. That is going to be one hell of a show.
They have a group similar to yours somewhere on Facebook, but I don't know where it is.
They live with each other.
So they're in an open relationship.
They're in a
like
a polyamorous relationship. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Polyamorous
Yeah, you should
relationship.
definitely have them on to talk about it.
But wait, I wanna.
Willie Will says I would never let a lady tie me up because that shit could be tight and she could just leave. And I'm not with that shit.
Well, that's where knowing the person and trusting them and making sure they don't do it too tight and all of that prep work is important. Because things like that could happen.
A sadomasochist is into it's slightly into pain. Are they not?
So people that are into sadism or masochism are into pain in one way or another. It could be physical pain, it could be emotional pain. There are emotional sadists or emotional masochists. So that's the thing. Some people like pain. Just like sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you were speaking.
just like people go through pain for any type of catharsis, like you might do a marathon or get a tattoo or go to the gym. Sometimes it's for the end result, not like in the moment as well. So it's like another way to think about it, because I know that pain things get like weird. Like, why would you like pain? Like, pain hurts, duh. Like, you know, but sometimes it's to get the after effects of that. You know, so.
Well, as the only married person, right, in this room, I would definitely have no issues with trusting my wife with, you know, this world. I just, you know, like, the trust is already there. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we've definitely, but it was exactly. It wasn't like you, like what you just mentioned, that bad teacher, which is what, you know, we definitely have not done yet, is like a class and just how to make sure it's safe, and, you know, and kind of setting boundaries and stuff like that, which is all great advice, because I didn't know to even engage it in that way, because of course I'm a naturally curious person, so I'm never like weirded out. A lot of people say, yo bro, like, you know, we don't do that kind of shit, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, I could be with it if it's like, you know what I'm saying, like if I'm safe and I do feel safe, and again, my safe word would be pineapples. It'll definitely be pineapples automatically, but I would, you know, like, I'm down for it. We just never really got into it. And I feel like it is a thing in our society, particularly, just like Black said, that we're just like, you know, like, it's never something that I could talk to with my brother about or my family about, because they would just be like, yo, what are you even talking about? Like being tied up. We fuck. Like, that's what we do. That's how it happens. So, you know, like, what would you say to a person who, you know, might be curious, but might not like even show it, you know, just because out of, like, you know, fear of what they will look like if anyone finds out, you know, about that they are involved in that or whatever.
So the fears are really legitimate, because, you know, we're living in a society where you could lose your job over this type of thing, or lose custody because there's so much stigma around it.
Talk about it.
Another part of the consent portion is, you know, you want to have consent before you're having these conversations with people. No one just wants to, like, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to hear you just start going into like, oh, guess what I did last night, and you're telling them all of this like super kinky stuff. So like, just getting the okay to have those conversations before you do, I would say. And like you mentioned, having a trusted partner is great, and the next steps would be classes and education, and just starting out small with whatever is interesting to you guys. So everyone's BDSM practice looks very different. You pick and choose what you want. It doesn't mean you have to do all of the things, you know?
Do you design things for people, like your clients?
Yes, I work one-on-one with people to help them design practices that make sense for them. I call it functional kink. So I have a website for that as well, functionalkink.com, and I have a page, Functional Kink Coach, on Instagram. That's a public page. My Bad Teacher page is private, so I don't let everybody on there because it gets a little crazy. But yeah, that's what I do. I work with individuals and couples to help them get started in kink, create a practice, and something that's like sustainable without getting too much frenzy and into it too much, and without being too much like, you know, not wanting to dip your toe in at all. So kind of just bridging that gap.
Well, I'm celibate, so mine might just consist of winking.
There's asexual people in BDSM too,
Yes, I've
so
heard
we don't
about
want to
that.
leave out our asexual family. Yeah, no. There's a place for everyone.
I'll just
there.
watch.
How does that work?
They might want to watch. Maybe is that what?
So, oh no, I was just gonna say that BDSM isn't inherently sexual. That's one of the other big myths, is that it's a sex thing, that like BDSM is rough sex, and like that's not what it is. Some people are just in it for the catharsis of the pain, or they're into it for the grounding of the bondage part of it. So you could do any of these things without sexualizing it. Sexualizing it is not for everybody.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge.
What's funny is that
that bad teacher, y'all.
I
just want to say that bad teacher is dropping gems for us, y'all. Put the gems up right now in the chat.
Yeah, you could do lots
Jeremy,
of
I think you might get tied up tonight.
Well, what happened?
I think Hetty gonna tie you up tonight.
What?
She's ready to tie you up. Be careful tonight,
Hetty
girl.
Remember that we have to contact that bad teacher to set up a plan to make sure that we are in the confines where we are comfortable. All right, comfortability is key here. All right.
Yeah.
So I did want to touch on the fact that you said that that world is stigmatized, and you know, because usually, again, someone who is open about that world, meaning that they are, you know, verbal about it, and they say that they are involved with it, are automatically, you know, viewed as like a slut or a hoe, or, you know, like a crazy person, or a weirdo, or something like that, and you know, and how you can kind of I don't know, like what does someone do about that? As far as like being verbal about, like, let's say I did it. I'm usually a guy that's like open about my experiences, right? So I'm, you know, like if I do it, you know, once I do it, I got you headed for on the score. After we've set up a plan, I'm down to try it. But you know, being verbal about it is gonna be another thing, because then, you know, like I feel like my brother's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I don't know if I could be your brother anymore." You know, like I don't. What am I gonna do with that? You know, like, so how does one go about that stigma?
I think the stigma and the shame thing is something that affects all of us.
Okay.
And I would just find trusted friends and start with one person that you know that you trust really well and be like, hey, like, you know, I had this new experience with my partner. It was really cool. I want to tell you about it, but I want to make sure you're okay with it. Because, like, it's a little on, like, the risky, whatever.
Okay.
And just give them the opportunity to be like, no, I don't want to hear about that in case they don't want to. And just start really small with someone trusted, not someone who, you know, that you work with or that could, like, screw you over. You know, you don't want to tell your coworkers or someone, you know. I mean, yeah, it was really scary for me because when I started doing this, I was still teaching at school. So I was like living two lives. I was like scared every day. They called me down for like whatever it was, like attendance, or they needed to call me to the office. I was like, this is the day.
They caught me. They got me.
Someone found me.
They found my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Is there? I just have a question. Now, is there research, or does it show, or do people ask about mental health? Like, do you get a lot of people saying, is it because someone's been through something traumatic is why they want this? Like, why would someone want this? Is it a usual thing that maybe you've heard from sex therapists or someone to say, is it normal to want this?
It's normal to want it. I think people want it for all different reasons, maybe just to spice something up. But people also use kink to confront their traumas and stuff often. So you could kind of rewrite history or rewrite an experience, but that's something that should be done with therapy and very, very carefully. But yeah, I had another point, but I lost it. But no, it's not a requirement to have trauma to be in kink.
So shy.
Can I ask Miss Sunny Love a question?
Yeah.
Is it normal for you to want to be spanked or choked during sex?
Is it normal? That's what I want to know. I don't know. That's why I'm
It's
asking
so
her.
hard.
That's what I'm saying. If you ask for that, then why is it such a different thing to ask for something else?
No, I mean, I guess I mean more so the extreme things of people, like someone who just chooses just to be tortured or in their own way. You know, they want a plan where that's all they want. Maybe they don't want the sexual component. Like, I was just wondering if there was any research or if people had, you know, talks with you. I don't know if you have further education about it, if there was just any correlation between it.
There's oftentimes that people will pursue this for that avenue, for a therapeutic reason. Like I said, it's not a requirement. There are tons of articles out there that we could look up and we can read about. I don't have any off the top of my head that talk about mental health and kink, but I hear more about the benefits, the mental health benefits of kink than people do this because they have. It's not an indicator of a mental illness. It doesn't mean that, like, you have a mental illness because you do this, you know, so you do this thing because of that.
Have you ever come across a person that you're like, before you get into BDSM, maybe you need to talk to somebody?
I tell everyone, before you get into BDSM, make sure you are in a good place. You should be someone who's independent, who has your stuff together, who is in a good place, whatever that means for you individually. Like, we all have our different things that we struggle with. But you don't want to go into power exchange if you're like super depressed or having a really hard time with life or your whole world's falling apart. That's not the best time for you to engage in power exchange as a partner.
Yeah, and I was just asking that, by the way, just for people who are listening. Not that I feel like the question I asked, but I know there might be people out there who say, "What's wrong with me because I feel that way?" So I just wanted to make sure that
super normal. There's nothing wrong with you.
Okay. I do have something before, because I don't want to stay on the BDSM topic too long, because we do shows.
Yeah, I think we did a good job.
Yeah, no, I think so.
I think we did it.
Before we go, we're gonna make sure we shout out all your businesses again.
Yeah.
But I did want to say, as far as you'll be surprised, because you said something about your brother. You'll be surprised. My brother, who I thought was just like me, like a regular guy who just have sex and stuff like that. And my brother actually likes.
Say that's a regular guy, but I got you.
I mean regular in my realm.
Okay,
like vanilla sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Then somebody's gonna be into some shit. And they're like regular.
That might be their regular. I'm talking about my regular.
Yeah.
All right. So regular in my realm of information and everything like that. And And I remember like one time I'm in my brother's apartment and his wife, his soon to be wife at the time, came over and they were like messing around in the bedroom, messing around on the couch in front of me, or whatever, like tussling, like play fighting, and like she like grabbed his balls, like not like in front of me, like over his clothes.
Right, okay.
And my brother was like, yes, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm like, what do you mean yes? And then like I forgot I'll leave after a while, whatever. And then like later on, like I remember me and him having a conversation, and I'm like, yo, bro, you like when your wife grabs your balls like that? He's like, yo, bro, I like when she punches it and she bites them. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, he's like, I love my, I like my nuts kind of like tortured.
Are you sure you're okay to talk about this, bro?
He tried to mention it last time.
So, but did you look at your brother different? Were you like,
I didn't look at him different. I was like, yo, my boy's mad sensitive. I couldn't do that shit. I just thought about the pain, and I was like, I could never. I could never. Like and that's a form of sadomasochism, is it not? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm like,
I told you the heels in the asshole and the heels in the balls too. Sometimes I get caught on Pornhub and all that, and then I'll just go into some like a rabbit hole, and then I'm watching women like just put their heels, dig their heels into a man's nut sacks, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Jerry is on some different shit. Now,
yeah, you see that? This is why I don't want to talk about this shit. This right here.
Yeah, I'm playing with you.
I know. Yo, that bad teacher. Are you staying on for the topics? All right.
So she's there. We're gonna make sure we shout out her businesses again. But I do want to talk about. There's a question I have here for everybody, basically. We all engage in sexual activities, except for Miss Sunny Love. But at one point you did, because you have a child. So since you have a child, you engage in this as well. We all do crazy things for love, like Will Smith says, but not for love this time. What is the craziest thing you've ever done for someone?
For some cheeks.
For some cheeks.
For clapping.
Or for some some hard plumbing, some pipage.
Some pipage game.
So let's start off like this.
Let's start off with that bad teacher.
Let's start off with you.
No.
Let's start off with that bad teacher. Come on, let's be respectful.
To get laid?
Yes.
I don't text my boyfriend and say, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. No much.
You never had to sneak a guy in your house. Never had to have sex in a car or behind something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like where it was hard, where it wasn't like easy to just.
I don't know.
But you needed it.
But
you've done.
now, but I don't know if I'm going to tell them.
Oh, okay. Listen,
we don't need names.
Yeah, we don't
need names.
No, it's all right.
And you don't have to talk about what you did. We just want to know what was crazy about the situation. You know what I mean?
I've had some crazy locations.
Okay.
Times when it was like timing where people could have been around type of thing, but luckily we just got out of there in the nick of time.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Particularly like that. Yep.
Miss Sunny Love, what's the craziest thing you've ever done?
For some cheeks.
You ever walk some miles for some?
I have traveled. I would say either every week or every other week, 3 states over on a train.
For that dick.
To have a long distance entanglement.
Let's not call it that. Let's not call it that.
I'm gonna give you the Will face.
Entanglement.
It was like a year of doing that.
A year of traveling.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody said let my wig come off. I missed the statement before it disappeared, but it was hilarious. Black. What's the craziest thing you've done to clap some cheeks?
I've done wild shit.
Just one? Just pick one.
I've jumped out of 2-story houses for cheeks.
I was there for that one.
I've done it all. I've traveled to states, to other states in the middle of the night, like PA.
In the middle of the night. Yo, in the middle of the night.
Isis England on Facebook said she let someone rip her wig all the way off in the basement of a bar. Just for some dick. Listen.
Get it,
Isis.
Get it.
You know what I mean? We ain't mad at
Rich.
Let the nigga snatch some wigs. You know what I mean? You.
I definitely. One story that stands out for me is old story, long time ago. Eddie Ford is there was my boy at the time. We are no longer boys. He was
wow.
was dating this girl, right? He was dating this girl, and he, I guess, did not grow fond of her, and had this situation where it was kind of like what Black kind of does, I guess, which is test your loyalty, and asked me to see if I could sleep with the shorty in order to test her loyalty or whatever. So
he asked you to do this?
He asked me to do this, but he said that I wasn't capable of doing it. He was like, "It's strong." So I was like, "Okay, no problem." So
that never works out.
Listen. I basically called her, talked right into them damn cheeks, to the point where she basically broke up with him and didn't tell him, but we was smashing for a while after that.
Fucked her.
What?
Yes,
I tore it apart. I tore it apart. And he was like, "Yo, bro, yeah, nah, we broke up." And the whole time she was hit me up on something, like, this is really what I wanted at the whole time. And I was like, "Oh shit. Well, I can't tell my boy this, but I'm glad we're not friends now, because I never had to say that information until now." But what I mean, we're not cool anymore. So fuck it.
Careful what you wish for. He asked.
So yeah, that was one of the crazy. Because one of my rules is like I don't hit girls, the friends. I mean, you don't do that. But he gave me the battery and said go for it. So I was like, all right. So
what is so funny about that? Just to bring up that situation. You see, last night we went out, right? And one of our friends, Big Clout Jones, he saw a situation last night, right?
Talk about it.
That had him. He didn't tell you last night?
Oh yeah, he said in the chat. Go to talk about it. Oh, Big Clout Jones is here.
He's here.
Big Clout Jones is in the building. What are you talking about? Come talk about it right now behind the bar, Big Clout. Let's go.
When did he get in here?
Yeah.
Getting spicy.
Let's get spicy, Big Clout. Go ahead, Big Clout.
Yeah, it wasn't too crazy. Just pretty much last night, we pulled up in the spot and we were on the hip hop side of the club or whatever the case is, and we were waiting to get our bottles in our little section or whatever. So they brought us over to the Afrobeat section. We got our bottle, and while we're standing around waiting for our section to get cleaned up and shit, I'm standing, I'm looking at this young lady, and I'm like, she looks familiar. So I'm looking, I'm like staring, because I'm like, yo, she looks really familiar. And it's like, after a while, I realized it's like my man's wife. Like, she's in the club, full
Just chilling?
fledged.
I mean, but she dancing.
Making out with a dude, dancing. She's with a dude. They together, like.
What?
Oh.
So now this dude I haven't spoken to in a while or whatever. So I ended up hitting him immediately, even though I hadn't spoken to him in like 2 years. We had a little falling out, but I'm like, nah, this ain't right. Yo, what's up with your shorty? Da 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 da. He's like, oh, whatever, blah blah blah. Morning, he hits me. Fuck out of here. Fuck you pussy. Da 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 da. Wow. I see you. So I said, yo, you know what time it is when I see you. And that's pretty much it.
Wow. Wait. So he got at you for telling him.
I seen his and the thing is, the way I presented it to him wasn't even like, yo, this is definitely your girl. I'm like, yo, are y'all still together? Because I see someone that looks. If this is not her, this is her
twin.
Doppelganger. I literally said that to him, like, yo, this is her doppelganger. I'm like, yo, is everything good with y'all? Blah blah blah. He went off.
Wow.
What? I don't want to stay on this topic because we're a little off topic. But since we do have you up here, because that's the crazy shit she did for some dick, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, right?
She made it to the club. She made it to the club and was doing her thing, tonguing somebody down.
Public. That don't make no sense.
Hey, listen. So, but since we have you up here, what's the craziest thing you've ever done for some
cheeks,
for some vagina?
Cheeks or just for some like sexual activity at all.
And after this, I want to hear from the ladies.
Oh, I
definitely want to hear from the. No, definitely want to hear from the ladies.
Yeah. On multiple occasions, like basically the way my church, I used to go to church on Saturdays, and after church we would have like a little thing where we eating food and da-da-da. So during our little like recess, you could call it, on multiple occasions I got like whacked off under the table, head in a closet somewhere.
Wait,
in church?
I did that.
I'm not gonna lie. Church is where it went down.
Church is erotic.
Church is where it went down for me for my youth.
I agree. I agree.
All of my earliest sexual experiences.
I agree.
Listen, Lord,
If you
around
go to
or
church
after
more
church.
than once,
I've done that.
more than once a week, it's
I
like
could-
it's
I
a
could-
building now.
I couldn't do it.
It's not like a spiritual place, it's a building.
It's a building.
Yeah, it's a building with
Ladies
a bunch
on
of
the couch.
kids my age.
Ladies on the couch, please. In God's house, LOL. Black Iron Man says, in God's house, LOL.
Yes.
I'm not.
God
All
knows
right,
his children.
ladies.
Before we continue,
God loves his children.
God knows his children.
Knows his children.
Before we continue and ask the ladies, whatever platform you're on, please share this. Hit the share button and send this to 5 of your friends.
Please.
We I see that our followers are split. Finally, we finally have a good number on YouTube.
Yeah, we sure do.
And we got a good number. I mean, the number is pretty low on Instagram, but I mean, I'm okay with that because we want them on YouTube. So listen, thank you everybody who did go to YouTube.
But definitely send this out to 5 of your friends.
Yeah.
We are definitely getting in the heat of our topics. You know what it is on Keep in Mind. Ladies, what is the craziest thing that you have done for some pipe game or for some cheeks or for some looky? We don't judge here on Keep in Mind. Please, you know, you don't have to give names, but let's get into it. Let's get into what you've done for some good pipe game.
Don't get nervous now.
Yeah, right? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know y'all on Keep in Mind podcast. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Shout out to Ron Carter. Shout out to Ron Carter in the building.
You can also comment what's the craziest thing you would do if you haven't done it, but you would do.
What's the craziest thing you would do?
What I did was, I was
Speak
already
up.
Go ahead.
I quit my telemarketing job because they would let me leave early, but I was already unhappy at work.
For some pipe.
But the fight was good.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but she quit her job.
She quit her job. She quit her job so she could go get her job.
I need this right now.
Y'all not gonna let me go? You know what? I quit.
That's my dick and I need it now.
Call JG Whitworth for your dick, all right?
I hated the job anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yo, she was like, I quit my job.
She went to work.
I was like, yo, I'm sick. I don't feel good. I gotta go home.
Black Iron Man says we love the honesty.
They
We
were
love
like,
the
nah,
honesty,
you
ladies.
can't go home. I was like, all right,
Then you know what?
I'm going home.
I'm going home anyway, cause I have an appointment. All right, I have an appointment.
I gotta go.
Does anybody else? Come on now, y'all acting brand new. My ladies are acting brand
I'm
new.
gonna have to share off the record.
No. See, y'all didn't join Keep in Mind for this. Y'all didn't do it for this. All of a sudden now, everybody getting shot. Wait up, go ahead.
Y'all so excited. All right.
Because we want to know.
This was kind of bad. So me and my boyfriend had kind of like broke up a little bit. So I had to work.
Broke up a little bit.
So I had a work boo, and we used to do stuff on breaks like every day. And he was gone for like a week. So I'm like, yo, where the fuck is this nigga at? So his friend finally hits me up on Instagram like, yo, he's locked up. He needs you to like bail him out, whatever. And the friend was gonna give like cash at me the money to go get him out. It was $500, but for whatever reason he couldn't. So I called my boyfriend, got the $500 from him, bailed the nigga out, and then I had my boo boo bag, my work boo bag.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Jeez, that wins. That takes the cake, y'all. That takes the cake, y'all. Hold up. There's more. But wait, there's more. There's more. Wait.
To reward me for bailing him out, like then he already had like a hotel or something. So we went there, and then that was my reward.
Clap the cheese.
With your nigga money.
You in check? Damn. You see that? You see that shit?
He sent it to me immediately.
Yo, y'all women ain't shit. I say that all the time, bro.
I've done that. I rock with her.
Damn, that's some suckers. See, this is why y'all niggas can't be just cash capping that money.
Yo, Taya31 says, haven't done anything crazy to get some, but I guess hook up with the same man a friend did because she said it was good. Now, I will tell you this, because I have been a victim or a recipient of this myself. Once a friend goes to her friends and say, yo, that is good, that is the worst thing you can do because all your friends will be like, word?
Yep.
All right, well then I want that too. It's not gonna be like I want someone like that. It's gonna be I want that as well. So
That's why.
it's the worst thing you could do.
That's why I will tell you,
don't tell
it
them.
was trash. But out of pity, and I'm doing charity, I'm gonna do it again. But it was trash.
I won't do that. But
That
I
ain't
still
shit.
tell them it's good.
E, now I want to hear something from you. I want to hear it, E. I want to hear it. What's the craziest thing you've done for some pipe? Come on.
Hold on, while she's pausing and collecting herself.
Right.
Rocket Chick said, went out to a club drinking, vibing, and couldn't wait till we got home. So I pulled over on the Southern States.
Let's go! Let's go!
Okay,
Let's go! Yo,
that
Roadhead!
dick.
Roadhead is the best head, baby! Roadhead is the best head.
Too late.
Right, you can't use that. Now you can't use that. And as the stories keep coming up, we're going to keep reading them. You can't use them.
One thing, I'm not gonna put, but
Okay.
a church parking lot, somebody's home who has a girlfriend, whose girlfriend. This is
Listen. All right. We accept those. Church parking lot, we'll take it. But what I really wanted everybody to understand about this question was the urgency of where you're at with the sex. Not about how crazy the location was.
Right.
It's like you're not like
You don't give a
wanna
fuck
show
what
bad,
happens.
but that
You
was
just
the
want
point.
it.
I don't care if
That's
he
why I
was
quit
around.
the job.
I don't care if your girlfriend was around, and then one of them had a girlfriend. Who gives a about a girlfriend? You know, wives.
You still
I respect wives.
Damn.
I respect wives.
Damn.
I respect
damn.
wives. Shout out to wives.
Gives
But who
a
gives
fuck
a
about
about a girlfriend?
Miss Lady who just came down, AKA Hetty 4 on the score, my favorite. What's the craziest thing you've done for some
She's not
pipe?
gonna say it. She's not gonna say it.
Told you couldn't get out.
She's not gonna say it. I promise you she's not gonna say it.
Stop right now, Miss Sunny Love. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess recently with the kids.
Wait, what?
That was smart.
No,
smart.
you
said
wait.
You gotta put them to sleep. You
Good answer.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta fuck wherever you can.
Smart.
Yo. So wait, you gave him melatonin or something? Was it like, what did you like? You was like, y'all motherfuckers gonna go to sleep. Y'all gonna drink this shit.
We had sex right next to the kids. Why you acting?
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. You know, that's not it.
Which kids?
The babies.
I was like, listen.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Jay, you married to a smart lady.
Listen.
She answered that very smart.
That's the craziest thing you've done for somebody?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much. All right. On to the next one. Because we are sure about the yo. Come on. Guys, right on this table, you don't remember? Everybody gonna be like, oh, wow.
Wait, did y'all hear this one?
Did you hear Megan? Did you ask Megan? Ask Megan.
Hold on, wait, yo.
Ask Megan.
It's irrelevant because I don't even know why they.
Go ahead.
It wasn't. No, that wasn't even.
But they're asking you.
The craziest thing you've done for somebody.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't that crazy, but I mean, I rode my bike for like 20 miles. I didn't have a car at the time.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm definitely rode my bike too, though.
I'm 20 miles.
20 miles? Not 20 miles.
20 miles is a lot, boy. 20 miles is a lot.
Hold on.
And I stopped
Guys.
and I got her groceries.
Oh.
On the bike.
On the fucking bike.
Look, all the ladies went, oh, that's nice. All the ladies was like, that's nice.
How'd you get here? Don't matter. I got the groceries.
That's your groceries.
Now come get this dick. Come get this sausage that I got.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, I respect that one right there, man. That one was good.
I like that. I respect that.
As far as me,
All right, y'all, hold it down.
As far as me, I definitely was present for the situation at Black Hat. I'm gonna go in a little more detail in that situation.
Somebody online says I was 19. I don't know what they said though.
They said Ron Carter said borrowed my best friend's station wagon to have sex at Long Beach before the sun popped up.
Yay! Yo, shout out to your friend for lending you that car, cause you know what it is. I will always lend you that whip for that nookie, boy.
Willie Will 85 said the craziest thing I did was have sex on the beach because we couldn't wait to go back to her crib. I mean, I did that for fun.
I do that for fun. But sex on the beach is not fun. Sex on the beach is trash. On the boardwalk. Yeah.
Boardwalk is different.
Sex on the beach is whack, bro.
Especially at Long Beach with the metal thing.
I had sand all in my ass cheeks, bro. I was like, bro, this is crazy.
Jones Beach, if you walk down far
Long Beach is the
spot where the baseball field is, and it'd be quiet over there, and they got the bars over there too on the bench.
My man said they got the bars.
Because the bars work. The bars work.
The canopy thing is real nice.
Yo, I don't want to see a whole lot of our critical thinkers and non-critical thinkers this summer going to Long Beach to take care of business. All right, that's our spot.
I don't go to the beach. I fell in a ditch and I almost got impaled through my leg, so I do not go to the beach.
Wow.
And I was having fun.
Yo, I cannot miss Miss Sunny Love, yo. She always has a crazy story.
Rich, tell that story.
All right, I want to go. Yo, guys, keep it down.
All right, Rich. Let's close this out.
And we're gonna. I think we have one more topic, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we got
more. Basically, high school. I had a girlfriend. My boy Black, my boy Big Bro Cash Flow. That's always on the show with the golden locks. We go check these girls. He had the girl. Big Bro had the girl. There's a girl for me too. When we get there, once we get there, I start making out with the girl I was there for. While I'm making out, like a little commotion happens while these guys are getting ready to start getting their little corner to make out or whatever. And when the commotion happens, one of their girls come over and is like, yo, aren't you so-and-so's boyfriend? And I was like, oh.
Done. It's over for me, y'all.
All right, so that was me. I was done. My night was done. I was like, so from then on, I sat on the bed at the end of the bed.
Rich was like, I was just here to make sure my boys is good.
I sat on the end of the bed. I was having a conversation with the young lady about her schoolwork and everything.
Smart man.
Meanwhile, these guys, they're in their corners respectively, like doing what I came to do. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, there's a huge commotion. One of the young ladies get up and they're like, yo, my mom's at the door. And we're on the second floor. I know it. I said that. And this guy said it was her mom the other day. I knew it was her dad. Because I wouldn't be scared of her mom. I was terrified.
That's a fact.
I was exactly.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Get out my way.
Dick swinging. Excuse me, ma'am.
You know what I mean?
I just took down your daughter.
But the dad, I didn't take down anything.
No, go ahead.
So the dad's at the door or whatever. We're on the second floor. We don't know what to do. We tie sheets and try to jump out the window. Listen.
Yo.
When I say this is some TV show shit, it's some TV show shit.
Real TV show shit.
We let Big Bro go out the window first. Big Bro tried to hold on. He ended up falling all over the bush and the dirt underneath him. Me, I felt like a ninja, cause you know how I do. He can't deny it. I do. You know what I mean? And then unfortunately, we should have thought about this. Courtney has always been the heaviest one out of all of us. And we should have held the sheets for him. So the three young ladies tried to hold the sheets. And Courtney, please let them know what you saw at the minute you hung, please.
So boom. So now when they get down, now I look back and I see the three girls, and they're three little girls. So I'm like,
cause high school size girls.
So I'm like, they're not gonna be able to hold me. So I hold the sheet, and one of them ties it around their waist. Oh. And the other two are holding it. So I go out the window, and I lean back, and when I lean back, the three of them just come to the window. I'm like, oh! So I'm like,
why is she tired?
I guess you thought it would get a little more.
I'll give him more leverage.
So I'm like, fuck. So I just let go of the sheet, and I just went down. So it's a long fall. So I'm falling, right? And I felt like I hit the ground the first time, and it was still more force to go. And then I just literally I don't know how I didn't shatter my knees, bro. Till this day, I don't know how I do not have two shattered knees from that.
That's why your injury. That's why your ankles.
That's why your ankles, bro.
I want to clear the air. I want to clear the air for my boy.
Thank you.
His ankles are not fucked up. His ankles are not weak. All right. People he actually got into action instead injury. It's not like, you know how certain basketball players, they're just playing.
Why are you
and then
talking
they
for the man?
Shut up,
No, I got it here. My man got bad ankles right now, right? Let's look out for our boy Black and make sure we look out for his ankles.
We all go through
We are not gonna have this man in a cast on this show ever again, bro.
We all go through the
He might not beat the WNBA player.
Listen.
That's Anthony Davis.
My boy back on the court. That's one. But anyway, that was my story.
That's a good one.
That is a.
No. Honestly, we had this topic. I want to shout out Spiritual Word. At Spiritual Word on Instagram.
Yes.
They came up with the topic. They pulled it from Twitter. And
They had some good stories.
They had some great stories about
great stories.
the craziest thing that people did for some sex. Somebody, I think somebody said that they wanted to have sex with somebody and they didn't want to, so they signed into their account on their college and dropped them out of the
school. The craziest one to me was the dude who pulled up to the chick he was about to smash his house that was with her boyfriend, and he thought it was weird. She kissed the boyfriend, walked into the car as if she was a passenger in a ride share, and said go. And he was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, look at that was the craziest thing. I was like, a chick, you wrong, y'all wrong for that.
No.
Y'all wrong for that type of shit.
Wait. The craziest one was the guy saying he had a threesome with his man, and then the chick gave the man head, and then came.
Oh yeah, and they made out. He forgot, and they made out. Yeah, that was the craziest.
No. He nutted in her mouth, and then she kissed.
And then they made out. Yeah.
Why is he kissing her?
Exactly. Why are you kissing a girl that you and your man are running the train on?
Yeah, that y'all running the train on. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
He forgot, and
there's no kissing that should be going on there.
Since we do have somebody different.
Why are you letting your man simple you?
There we go. We're talking about the wrong thing.
Hold on. Time out. Since we have somebody here different. Threesomes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You guys talked about threesomes a little bit on one of your most recent ones.
We talk about threesomes a lot, and
we don't do them. We just talk about it.
We talk about it a lot.
No, because it seems as though there's a different view on threesomes that involve two males and one female.
Mm-hmm.
And especially amongst our friends and like amongst our friends, there's so many different responses, and it's something I want to know from everybody. You're here, so if a guy's having if there's a threesome going on, right? If it's a threesome, if two guys are having sex with a female, but they don't interact with each other.
Yeah, it's a threesome.
Still considered?
I would think so. I mean, I think we get like caught up on definitions sometimes, but like, yeah, I think that's a threesome. 3 people are hooking up. Yeah.
But 3 people aren't hooking up. It's 2 people hooking up with one person.
Yeah, that's a threesome. You're having a threesome, I would say.
All right.
But I don't think it's like the biggest.
So the definition of a threesome.
You don't think it's the biggest? Wait.
I could be wrong. I mean,
you don't think it's the biggest deal? What do you mean by that?
I don't think it's the biggest deal to say like, oh well, since like only one of us came, it's not a threesome.
Okay.
Like I don't.
That's that toxic masculinity you're saying that we're having right now.
Like no,
because she also did say that her part of the thing that she does or teaches that you don't actually have to have sex. So you could be asexual and still be in a threesome and just you want pain or you just want this, but you don't want to actually have intercourse. So if you're part of the breathing and the tossing the girl around. I could see how people might like maybe how men would see it differently. Like if so, are you guys saying that you think that if 2 men are fucking one woman,
just running a train,
that's not a threesome?
No,
okay.
Right. It's a train
because the men themselves are not in
good. Then call it that.
I feel like and I'm not gonna lie to you. We have to get to the root of it, honestly.
What's Natalia says? What's 2 people having sex and one watching and then joining in after? Let's say pegging was involved.
That's a threesome.
That's a threesome.
That's a threesome.
Yeah,
if pegging is involved, that's a threesome. I would say.
That's definitely a threesome.
Yeah, that's definitely, like everyone's getting involved with each other in one way or another.
I think the most important thing is the people that are doing the thing, they agree on what it is.
That's so true. That's true. That's true. Definitely.
I do want to say that I feel like, yo, guys, what's it called? I do feel like, especially in our culture where we say it's a train or whatever. Honestly, the people we say that because of the fact that we view it negatively. Though we probably engage in it, or we used to get engaged in it. Like I don't run no trains now. I'm 34 years old. You know what I mean? Like But like running a train in all honesty, because women I've seen plenty of women say that they fantasize about the idea of having
DP.
having two
A
men.
lot of women have told me that.
But-
A bunch
but
of
in
women
all
have told me
honesty,
that. Yeah.
And we people front a lot for the show. And in all reality, like we view it negatively. Like like the first time a girl asked me to get a friend, and this wasn't my girlfriend or nothing. It made me look at her like, you fucking nasty. I was like, you.
But you do say that same thing when you're liking it though. You said you fucking nasty.
No. All right. I'm not.
I'm just saying. You're saying it's nasty now.
Jerry, you could say fuck when you stub your toe. But you could say I want to fuck and it means something different.
I got you.
Cool.
I'm just saying you've used the same term for both. Okay.
But I was
all
just joking in the first place.
Right.
I was just joking in the sense that like we view it negatively when a woman wants.
You're right
that.
about that.
Like,
That's where we talked about last time, and I did bring up the toxic masculinity thing in the chat because the question was, does your partner lose value to you?
And I feel like a lot of people were funny that day.
It was the way it was worded, I think. Like, does your partner lose value if they want a threesome? And what I understood from just watching, not being here in the room, was that if I, as a man, want a threesome with my two women, I don't lose value. But if my girlfriend wants a threesome with two men, she definitely loses value.
Right.
And that's where I was like, that's toxic. And like, you know,
What
like,
I
why?
said with that, you don't lose value, you lose me. It's the
And that's
I
your
wouldn't be
boundary.
with okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you're
That's
still
about-
the
And that's
same
your boundary.
person. I just wouldn't be okay.
And I
with
respect
it.
But would you
Yes.
agree to say that that's selfish to know that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
maybe, yeah. The fuck?
As long as you acknowledge that, because if you say I want two girls, but you can't have two men, that's selfish.
But I think it goes the other way too. I think a lot of women would want two men but not two girls. Like I think that exists. Also,
Right.
too. And
You're
so
right.
I
Yeah,
think,
you're right.
So
And you have to think about whether or not you would treat it completely differently if that situation was to arise. Because if it does work in your favor, then it's one. You know what I'm saying? And like I completely understand.
Everyone
You're right.
needs to be on board.
Absolutely right.
IMB in my own universe says, then she loses me. Exactly.
She loses all her value. He said.
She gonna lose God too. She gonna lose God too.
That's Miss Sunny Love's brother, by the way.
Oh yeah, yo, hilarious. I love
Let's
it.
go. All right. Well, we do have one more topic. Then I have a few questions for you. Then we're gonna get out of here. The last topic was we were watching. Who posted it?
It was
on the same room, right?
Like Melanin.
No, World Star. It was on World Star.
Something.
It was on World Star. It was on World Star. World Star on Instagram posted a short clip of a young lady on a podcast, and she was talking about as a single mother, she has maybe if I'm still alive or whatnot. As a single mother, she'd rather die on the side of the road before she calls her baby father to help her with something.
Oh
no! And the dude,
and she's like, she's ready. That bad teacher's like, what?
I was gonna say that's a hurt person. That's a
Yeah,
traumatized
that is the
person.
dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life, bro. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Wait, I don't envy that. It sounds horrible.
I have a take on that.
Okay,
go ahead.
I feel like it depends on who the person is, because there are situations where the person you was with was so toxic that for them to come, you might die because you might have a fight. They might come and judge you. Well, why are you on the side of the road? Why is your car broken? Or why is this? And really put you in a place where you don't want to be. And maybe that's why you left that situation. Maybe they'll judge you to the point where you're not ready to interact with them.
Maybe they're dangerous themselves.
They could be dangerous themselves. They could judge you in a way that you're not ready to handle. You need to actually know who the person is. So
and she would probably call 911. Like she probably wouldn't be like literally die on the side of the road. Like she would figure it out.
The context of y'all taking the side of the road thing, she was basically saying like, for her child, like she'd rather die on the side of the road than ask for the child.
Yeah,
for
it
the
was
child.
an
Like
example.
herself. Yeah.
With her kid.
Yes. With the kid. Yeah.
With the
not
child
like,
that they
yeah.
have,
With
they
the
have
kid,
gotten
before
together.
calling him to assist with the child.
Yes.
Besides like child support, or whatever, she would rather basically
God with her child.
Basically I'm never calling this guy to help me.
I don't care what's happening.
I don't care if I'm going homeless.
So
I'm not calling this guy.
She's one of those moms where I'll take my child with me, like kind of thing. I'll
It's not
kill
even-
my child and take them out as war with me before I let this happen.
Pretty much.
I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I'm not calling.
I
this
mean,
guy
that's
to
pretty
help
much.
me.
Yeah.
Not saying that she wouldn't
There's
call
only-
police
okay, so
or nothing like that.
So
Like,
how I feel about the
about
overall
her.
statement, the only time I would say that you would even talk about endangering your child's life is if you knew someone was going to do something so terrible to your child and they were going to die anyway, that you killed them first to put them out of their misery before maybe someone was going to kill them, rape them, or do something and you were kidnapped somewhere. I could see somebody trying to justify that. But I don't see where someone would say, "Oh, I'll let my kid die." Like that would be a decision you would have to make.
You're taking it left. You're taking it left.
No, because what she's trying to say is she's never gonna ask him for help with the child.
Yeah, she's just talking about.
Like,
She's
no,
talking about.
no,
It's about the husband. It's about the. All right. Think about it like this: in the dynamic of a mom, a mother, a father, and a child. Don't think about it as I'm not. I would rather let my child die to protect them. It's not like that. It's more so. I hate this guy so much. I'd rather lose everything than call him. That's how it is. You know what I mean? It's really about their dynamic.
Like
rather
not even thinking about exactly. They're not even thinking about the child.
Exactly.
The child, I was like,
no, we didn't like.
I thought
we
it
went
was
left.
just her in the car alone, and she was like,
You were going the right way when you said it's a very toxic.
Right.
Something that's a hurt person. That's a hurt person. I agree when you said that because I didn't even think about it in that aspect. From the time I saw it, I was like, yo, that's a dumb chick.
Because who really loses though? The kid loses.
The kid loses.
We all would put our kids' best interest.
You know what I
like,
mean?
Right.
And that's what the person commented on the show. Like, yo,
Go ahead, bitch.
I'm stretching.
Yeah, all right.
So, geez, I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
No, right, the person on the show was saying like, "Yo, why would you want to do that? Why would you not ask him for help for the child?
Exhaust every option possible.
Every option possible, and that if he doesn't do it, that's
Right.
something different.
That's different.
If you reach out, that's something different. That's not you. You at least have to extend that for your child.
Right.
If you care about your child that much, be like, hey, listen, they need this. If he says no,
We're stuck on the side of the road. Yeah.
if he says no, then it's no.
Right.
But then you reached out. You have to exhaust all options.
Go ahead.
The she the best?
She the best.
She the best?
Yeah,
all right.
like
What if her and the child are already losing with the father and it's pointless using him to call for help because he's unreliable?
Okay, that's a different aspect. Thank you.
Thank you.
She the best.
And that is when he becomes like it's a known thing that he's not helping.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
That he's not an active.
But still, exhaust
member.
that option.
Don't still go for it.
Still go for the option. If it's gonna be in the best interest of your child, at least maybe that one time is the time where he is gonna help. Every time you don't know.
Okay.
Exhaust it. If he says no, move on. You're not gonna be any worse or any better.
Maybe she just meant it as like a turn of phrase, like, "Oh, I'd rather die than call him," not like literally.
No, absolutely, that's what she meant. But that's still.
But that's still right. Well, I'm saying that's still not. Yeah, right.
You always gotta be there. It's not for you. It's for the child.
Because on the opposite end of that,
if he has a car, if he could drive, if he's gonna show up, like this is all assuming that this guy is present, reliable, and can get to you and help you and be helpful and not like a nuisance. Or make things
Natalia said, "But if you know the child isn't the father's priority, then why?" It cut off.
Then why waste the time? If he does help, then okay, of course.
You take the help you can get. I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
Because then you can make it could become a worse situation by involving that person who you know can't really help. So it just depends on that.
I just ain't going for it. You guys put a
whole different spin on it. Right. That I didn't really even think about. But on the opposite end of that, there was a lady recently. I forgot on what platform said that she's taking her man off of child support because she doesn't want to put him at a financial disadvantage anymore.
She wanted his license, license or his business or something.
Right. She wanted him to be able to have a better start financially, and him being on child support would not help that. And I wanted to know for the ladies in the room, how what do you feel about that? Because that's a big thing. That's a big thing for our community, especially I would say, is the whole child support and and having that be. I know I've told plenty of women as like advice, yo, if he's not helping you, you might have to put him on child support as like a thing that I'm just like, yo, like if you know what I'm saying, like if you need help and he's not willing to help, then put the man on child support. But you know, this lady thought opposite and was like, I'm gonna take him off just to help him get forward. Right. And I wanted to know how you ladies felt about that.
Yeah, my daughter's father doesn't pay child support. He just does everything for her. But he does send me a base payment. But it's not really child support. It just a very low, like just enough that if I like it's just just a normal thing that hey, if she needs this, she needs that. Right. And then if I need something, if I needed to pay for like a school or daycare, he would just pay the whole thing. So like he just focused on like let's just leave it here, and then if I need more, I that's a conversation we have. He's never denied me or her, so I don't have that issue.
Right.
So if you're cordial,
I think this person you're talking about must be in a financial place where they don't need the child support, or they think it could be better used for their kid's future if their father invests in their own, business and their own stuff. So I guess if they are supporting their kid without it, fine. Then it's not taking, like we just said, putting the kid first. So maybe this is her way of putting the kid first in the long run.
Wow.
By allowing him to become more financially stable in the future.
I personally feel like the clip on the post was a bit short, and there may have been a lot of context behind it where she expressed that he is unreliable, just like because all those things that everyone commented were all aspects that could have been fed that we didn't see.
True.
You know what I mean? So I do want to make sure I go back and say I'm sorry to that young lady for saying you're a dumb chick, because. I put a good thing because it's definitely opened my eyes to the fact that there may have been way more that we didn't see
to the story.
You know what I mean? And the fact that none of the ladies in here just accepted that a woman would just say that.
Yeah.
So there had to be more. You know what I mean? There had to be more.
Yeah, because the answer should be, of course I would call him. He's amazing. He's the first person I would call.
That's true.
He always helps me.
If he was amazing.
That should be the answer.
If he was
amazing.
You're right.
That's what I would
like
say.
Sunny Love just said. She said her baby father. He on top of his shit.
He on top of his shit, right? So you never have to even worry about it.
That's the first person when I get a flat or anything, I think to call him because he knows about cars. So as soon as something happens, like help me, like right away I will call him. So
that's great.
My situation might be different.
Ladies in the audience,
I have a similar situation to Sunny Lord.
Okay.
Like, whatever I ask for my daughter, he'll do it. I don't
your baby's father.
My baby father.
Okay.
I don't financially need him to do anything.
Okay.
But he'll do it, like he'll pay daycare. But if there's ever a time where he's in a bind and he can't do it, he'll just let me know, like, hey, something's going on, I can't take care of it. No problem, I'll do it.
And a more personal question: have you ever considered or thought of putting him on child support or doing any of that?
Nope. I had this conversation. I don't have time to go to court. I'm not comfortable being in court. Okay. Unless I know for a fact I'm gonna be winning. So
That's something that a lot of my black women share. I'm not comfortable with court. No, seriously, it's a thing. Like I have a few friends who are like, I just don't want to do the whole court thing, and that's part of the problem.
And I feel like we adults, like it's a simple conversation. Like I'm not one that's gonna like try to fight you on multiple things. Like you want to do it, great. You don't want to do it, it's up to you. Like you'll reap your thing down the line. Like
right.
Whatever.
You're making your bed.
Exactly. You're gonna make your bed, lie in it.
Yeah.
Like it is up to you. But no, I would never put him on child support, and I've always said that. If anything, my friends be saying he should put me on child support, but that's not gonna happen either.
So I think it all comes down to the relationship that you have with the person, because at the end of the day, that is your child's father, and if he's doing well, especially if he's a good person and taking your child out and involved, you want her when she goes stays at dad's house that he's not staying in the projects or somewhere crazy with roaches. You want him to have a good house, a good life with his new wife or whatever he's gonna do, and that your kid is comfortable. So by him winning, I win. So that's how I look at it.
Yep, because he still got to work, still got to pay daycare, still got to pay flights.
And think about if it was reversed. Sometimes I joke about that. I just want to say that sometimes we joke about it. Like, I'm like, oh, you just take her. She could live with you. It's like, and you going to pay me? I'm like, huh? So, like, imagine, because that almost never happens. Imagine if I had to pay him. I think I would go crazy. Like, would I be able to afford my house? Like, I'm just thinking how much men go through to have to pay a chunk of what they earn.
Hearts are going up right now.
Let me ask a question to the fellas in the room. That she just said that. Right. If you did have the,
go ahead.
You want to cut it?
No. Go ahead. I have the normal questions that we ask the host.
Oh, sorry.
To promote, and then after that we gotta wrap it up.
And then we're wrapping it up. I got you. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, man.
To the fellas in the room, if you had the choice, like you have a baby mother that's alive and everything, but you could be the what's the word for the
Primary
kids?
care.
The
The primary
care
care.
for your kids. They live with you, everything. Would you do that?
I think I would, personally.
Do what? Say that
Would you
again?
would you be the primary care as a man? Would you be the primary care? She's
Like
a
what you
fit
meant.
The
woman.
main caretaker.
yeah.
The main caretaker.
But you are the kids live with you.
Yeah.
Y'all separated. She living her life, but you have the kids. Would you do that? Which
I would
men
be-
in here would do that?
I
Oh,
would-
you mean
I would-
custody? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you would have
I know
yeah
somebody who does
full
that.
custody of your
Man,
of your child.
Would you
as
do
men.
that as a man?
That's a great question. Me personally,
I'm not talking about if you have an unfit baby mother.
Like if you're both fit and if
Yes,
she's paying
yes,
the man
yes,
child support,
yes,
if she's
yes,
saying
yes.
you take the kids full time, I'll pay you child
Yes.
support. Thank you very much.
Right.
Would you do
Would
that?
you do that?
I want to say that I will and I would and I'm interested, but I'm scared as hell of not having.
Okay.
I'm afraid. I'm gonna keep it 100. I just like I don't feel like I have the same kind of nurturing of capabilities that my wife has with the children. Like I play my part as the strong dad who picks my kids up and has fun with them. But whenever they get sick and all that, like all those things don't go out the window. I'm just like I act like I'm a baby myself. I'm like, what do I do with this child that has snot? And my wife is like, oh, I got you. You know, we give them this medicine. We do this.
I feel like it's only like that because of the fact that that's what you
Okay.
that's all you know.
Right.
I feel like
Once you're in the situation, you feel like
people are very adaptive, and you know what I mean. And
I respect
feel like
that.
if you were put in a situation where, like
You
for
had to
example,
do it.
times where Eileen got to work a double or work overnight.
Hetty 4 in the score. I got you.
You I just said Hetty. Yeah. Hetty. Oh, you want to say the phone? All right. Yeah, but you I said Hetty.
Go ahead. I'm saying, bro.
All right. Yeah. So what's it called? Yeah.
Where I had to do right.
And you do it.
You stepped up.
Right, but it for me it's a shift. I know my wife is coming, and I'm just like, all right,
That's
I'm
different,
taking
right.
care of these things for now. But I know there, and my wife says that at some point. What if I don't get to come home? Like, what do you do? And I'm just like, yo, I start to lose it after a while.
You would still continue doing it. That's what would happen.
Right, but
You would probably
would
get
I be
frustrated,
sane?
but
Yeah.
At a certain point, you'd probably get over that, bro.
Oh, I guess.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you're right.
yeah,
Listen,
you
you're
know
right. I
what
said I
mean?
would definitely go
you,
for it.
You didn't know how to swim when we went to Puerto Rico, and you swore you couldn't get the concept. And how quickly did I teach you how to swim?
Yeah, just by telling me what to do. Right, I got you.
You adapted so fast.
Right.
Same thing with you.
Yeah, but
No, it's not.
but that's not. It's not really the same. I got you.
But not to say that. Me personally, I would want. If I split from my wife, I would fight for custody of my kids. No matter
But
what.
I see that for you, like you already got the cook, like you do the cooking thing. I don't do all of that very well. I'm not confident in myself for it.
I want my kids.
And you have experience.
And I got experience.
And you got experience, right?
So
So-
I would want that.
But I agree with what Rich said. I definitely feel like I would adapt. I just feel like I wouldn't be the best option. Me personally, I just don't believe myself to be the better option
so he just
of the
said
two of
he
us.
stay
Okay.
right
Yeah.
there.
So you guys said both capable parents,
Okay.
and I would know we're both capable, but she's way more capable. Like me personally, I don't know.
Before we do wrap it up, I do want to shout out once again That Bad Teacher.
Yes.
On Instagram, please.
Yo, send the heart emojis, guys. Please clap it up for That Bad Teacher. She dropped some gems for us tonight.
Let them know your information, where they can find you, your website, everything like that.
Thanks for having me. You guys can find me at thatbadteacher, thatbadteacher.com, and onlyfans.com/thatbadteacher. OnlyFans is a platform just like Patreon or anything else, so read the fine print. People have them for all different reasons, because I know people have their assumptions. And you say,
They're like OnlyFans. Yo, but you probably might have a whole lot of people because of that. So
I do a lot of education work on there and things like that, so read my fine print. But yeah, that's where you guys can find me, and at Functional King Coach and functionalkink.com.
All right, before we go, last question.
You hear that, Hetty 4 in the score, please? Go out there.
Last question. Shout out to Dreamy Star and
Yeah, go support your kink educators and teachers.
what's it called? So my last question for you is what are your 3 biggest pet peeves in when dating someone?
You guys do this every time, and
Yes.
I listen to everything you say. Okay, so my biggest pet peeves when dating someone are people who are not independent or have like never lived on their own, never been
Ooh.
like independent. That's something I
Heart
look
emojis.
for. I like to see people who are independent. I like to see people who are polite in public, like to servers and anyone. Like I don't like when people are rude or take things out on like cashiers. Like I won't deal with that. People who don't tip well or like
We'll group those together.
yeah,
We'll group those together.
that's something I would put in there too as a service industry. And then I guess someone who is like stubborn or not a good listener is like doesn't do like good active listening. So when you're trying to tell them how you feel, if they're like not like taking that in, or they always bring it back to like, oh, how this affected me, instead of just listening to what you have to say, like that kind of thing.
All right.
Those are my dating pet peeves, I'd say.
Okay, all right.
I like that. I like those.
Listen,
I like
listen.
those.
I love when people come on the
I
show
like
and have
those.
different
Those are
pet peeves.
different ones.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
love
You
when
come
we
up
have
with different
ones.
ones.
I love when people
All
have
right, yeah.
different
This is note for you guys. If you're coming on the show, all right, make sure you think of your own 3 things or whatever that are your pet peeves, because we're probably gonna ask you that while you're on the show.
The reason we ask that is because you need to keep in mind
Yes.
that everybody has a different perspective on relationships and dating. And what you might think is okay with someone may not be okay with someone else.
Okay.
All right?
Talk about it.
All right.
Talk about it.
Thank you, that bad teacher.
Thank you again, that teacher. Thank you so
and
much.
thank you everyone who stopped by today on
Absolutely.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We appreciate you guys.
Shout out all my critical
There
thinkers.
we
All
go.
our
Critical thinkers. We love y'all, man. Seriously. We would be nothing without you, but again, we do need your help, guys. We really need you guys to make a push for us on YouTube. Please tell your friends to go and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please. Tell your friends that every Sunday, and I mean every Sunday. I don't know if we're going to do this next Sunday because I think it's Easter next Sunday, and I don't think it's smart.
Yes.
Easter Sunday?
Yes.
All right, okay. All right, all my church folk. All right, no problem. But please tell your friends about Keepinmind Podcast on YouTube. We are on Instagram, but again, please push for that subscription. Hit that subscribe button. Like us, guys. Get that bell. Hit that bell so you can get the notifications.
Please.
We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. Keep in mind, y'all.
All right.
Until next week.
Guys, thank you so much. Yo,
That was good.
Dope.
Thank you.
Always.
Hi. I'm Allie. Nice to meet you.
Love her.
God, that was so good.
She's like, listen, I